Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. All right, before we get started, first, you know what I gotta do, man. Y'all know what I gotta do. Here we go. Here we go. Oh yeah. Oh wait, I forgot. Forgot there was a fucking advertisement. Tartar sauce. Oh, tartar sauce. What up? And we're all. Yeah, Ronan. Yeah, when I heard about this shit yesterday, I was like, "Oh man, you gotta be kidding me!" You paid a stack to debate Thomas Sotomayor? Yeah, it's true. It's oh my god, man. I didn't want to believe it either, but Sir Badayu told me last night. Village arsonist. Bruh. Bruh. I hope this ain't true that you paid this nigga a stack to debate you. Yo, I could not believe it myself. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, what is this deviltry? What is this witchcraft? Well, technically, it ain't really witchcraft. Can't really put the word for it. Warlocks, but I forgot. Like, yeah, but anywho's, yeah. So niggas are paying a stack to debate Tommy Sotomayor. I'm sorry. I know it's not supposed to. I know I'm not supposed to laugh at it, but I a stack? Niggas are paying for debates now? What? What is this? What the fuck? Wow. Welcome. Yeah. Welcome to Goofyville. Absolutely. Wow. Hold on. I gotta light this cigar up. I'm sorry. Niggas are paying a stack to debate Tommy Sotomayor. I hope they have a big ass money tree in their backyard. 1,000 though? Nigga lost the stack to get embarrassed. Yeah, what? Yeah, like I don't know why niggas do this. Why do niggas do this shit? I don't understand. Niggas paid a stack to debate Tommy Sotomayor and have the whole entire fucking chat go against him. Wow. I need to sip my Sprite for this shit. Wow. saying it so. Yeah. Yeah, well, he brought it upon himself. He come on. Does anybody in their right mind takes this man seriously? You won't. Yeah, yeah. So I'm not. So I've been hearing. So I have been hearing that. Yeah, we got some new panel bitches. But the sad part is they're not really females though. God damn. Village arsonist. The village arsonist. Like, oh my god. Oh man. A part of me was telling me, nah, I think you should chill. You know what I mean? But a part of me was like, fuck that, fuck these niggas. Fuck these niggas. Embarrass them even further. But make it a meaningful lesson to learn. Because honestly, I don't think I will pay none of these motherfuckers to just to debate them. Fuck out of here. Like, fuck out of here. I am not paying none of these niggas shit. Man, I ain't debating these cackles. Fuck out of here. I ain't debating these goddamn trims. I ain't debating these fools. Like, what the fuck? That's like going to a club and being at the table full of niggas and no chicks. Yeah, that's how I look at it. Like, that's how I look at it. Like, god damn. You paid a fucking stack to debate one of the most unlike niggas in the space, and you got suckered. Suckered. Hold on. Not with an S, with a Z. Zuckered. Nigga got zuckered for his stack. Yeah. Yeah, but that's nothing new in the sun though, Ronan. That is nothing new in the sun. I mean, shit. I heard of niggas paying for pussy, but this is new. Niggas paying for debates. Oh shit, and it's Kane's birthday. I think I might pull up a little bit later. Hey, I forgot that he was a Capricorn. Yep, cyber cucked. You got cyber cucked out of your thousands. Feel like Makai Viper right now with this cigar. Like, what a shame. Debate fetishes. Yep. Debate fetishes. Debate fetishes. Like, oh man. See, I was gonna leave this topic low, but the refined villainy in me was like, nah, you gotta call these niggas out, bro. You gotta call these niggas out. You let them slide. You let them slide. I bet they're gonna do that shit again. So Revive Melanie. Yeah, like what nigga? Like, why would you spend your life savings to debate a nigga? I don't understand that. I really don't. Doesn't that shit sound goofy to y'all? Like, would y'all pay the stack to debate this nigga, Tommy? Shit, I wouldn't. I would not. I would even dare to go into my bank account. Be like, oh, I want to debate you. Here's 300. Fuck out of here. Like, nah, I ain't debating shit, man. Like, these niggas are wild, man. These oh my god. Oh, that makes absolutely no fucking sense at all. I heard that debates were free 99. Wait, what the hell? Like, how you let this nigga sucker you and then embarrassed you after that? After that transaction exchanged? Like, how? How? I guess we will never know. I guess we will never know why this nigga, the village arsonist, the village fool, will pay a stack just to argue or debate this nigga Tommy. I do not understand this madness. Absolutely doesn't make no fucking sense. I would never. I'm sorry. I would never, ever pay a nigga to and debate him. Like, what the fuck? What up, Aries? Hey man, you heard about that shit, man? I'm sure you watched it from the clouds. God damn. Nigga paid a stack to debate this nigga Tommy Sotomayor. Like, what the fuck is wrong with these niggas? Like literally, what the fuck is wrong with these niggas? What in the fuck? Man, listen, shit, villains, y'all more than welcome to come in. Like, oh, what the hell? Ronan, you're more than welcome to join. You're more than welcome to join, Ronan. I'm a little bit. Like, I can't. I'm not even mad at this because one, it's not my money. But damn. Oh, you thought you were gonna get a debate. You thought it was gonna be a breeze. Huh. I know.
The fuck is going on here, man?
I know. I'm just sitting here like, you gotta be serious, right? You paid a stack to debate this bum ass nigga.
What is the fucking point? You can debate a shoe, you can debate a stinky dildo, you can debate many other things, but you spend a stack for that.
Yeah, I know. What up, Ebo?
God,
oh man, yeah, that shit was terrible. Yeah, sir told me about this. I was like,
I'm really trying to understand, like, how far are we gonna go with this monkey shit? I don't understand. I do not understand. This doesn't make any sense. And I've seen guys do some real goofy shit for chicks, but to spend $1,000 you could put somewhere else during a pandemic for this, and then you get clowning on your own shit. Maybe it's a humiliation ritual. I don't know, but
could be. I don't know. Oh no. Oh boy, where is DS1 when you need him?
I need to give him a call.
Yes. Because this shit is ridiculous.
Hold on. Let me hold on. Let me. God damn.
We're gonna get Sheep Stay Sleep TV on the phone, y'all.
Hold on.
Oh man.
Let me.
Oh man. I guess we're gonna start early with the with the villain spirit roasting.
Bro.
Yo, man. I need you to hit the link on Only the Ghost podcast right now, please.
All right, I'm coming, bro.
All right, man. I don't understand, man. This I thought the goofy shit was going back in 2021, but they starting out the press.
Right, Ebo. Like, I would have debate for food, but we debating for for a stack. What up, sir?
Hey. So, help me. I don't understand this shit. What the fuck is going on, man? What's happening, man?
Are you talking about the $1,000? Oh yes, boy. Yep. Man, what I saw the other night, last night, it was ridiculous. I mean, they were supposed to talk about conservatism and things like that and women, right? And I knew it went extremely left over at Teapot. So I was like, okay, what's this nigga shit? And then when Tommy said he paid him $1,000, man, I said, man, that is fucking ridiculous. I had to do a stream on it the next day. I said, look, dude, you got to take it out. He just did 2 videos today, right? And talking about they was gonna do a roast. I said, nigga, you gonna get roasted. You got a small head, man. DeAndre said, how can you be a man with a small head and you talking like that, man? Come on, bro. Like, come on, VA. Come on, man. See, he does this shit all the time. And then the crowd turned against him. And then Tommy said, look at you. They don't even believe you. See, that's what Tommy got him. It wasn't even about the politics. Tommy loves to roast, but what he does is he'll stick it and flip it on you. See, when you're dealing with Tommy, you can't. It's kind of like AM. You cannot allow them to play that game with you, and that's what they do. And this is why I put them in the same category. They the type of niggas you just don't want to. It ain't just crossing, but you play their game, and then if they force you to pay, they got you. You got to take that L, man. That's on you. He tries to say, I just want to interview. I say, ain't no interview. Ain't no interview. And then Teapot was glad that he wanted to be interviewed. And guess what Tommy said? He said, you can interview me though. And he told his ass up, but see, VL had to take that big L and then want a roasting session the next time. I said, dude, nah. See, the audience spared him. I'm glad it was a small audience. It was 100-something people, but imagine that was 1,000. It's over, man.
So what you're telling me, what you guys are telling me,
$1,000 and 1,000 people watch it.
So what you guys are telling me with your refined villainy, you telling me this dude paid a stack for an internet bukkake. Is that what you telling me?
Yeah. Over a damn interview. Yeah.
What up, DS1?
It's just ridiculous, man. I'm telling
Yo,
you, man. They going out bad, man.
DS1, you gotta hear this shit.
Yo, what's good, y'all? Shout
What's
out
going?
to
What's going?
Yeah, let's
What
get
up,
some
DS1?
man. These niggas out pocket, man. Y'all let I ain't got nothing for it, man. This is some bullshit right here.
Oh my god.
Yeah, man, just over a political ideology. But the funny thing is, they was gonna talk about the black women, of course, and Tommy wasn't gonna let that happen because I knew it was gonna be an argument. It was gonna go left, and I'm glad he put him in his place and say, "Hey, this is what you get, man." Like if you saw the replay, you understand what I'm talking about. And then he kept screaming, yelling. He said, "Man, I want a roast session." I was like, "No, it's too late, man." And Teapot tried to calm that nigga down. And then everybody got timed out. If you kept saying Tommy in the chat, he said that bot was chopping and slicing and dicing. They was protecting Tommy. See, Tommy loves his little protection, right? Same thing when we know someone else we know in the space. Same thing, right? It's the same concept. It's just Tommy's a whole nother beast. And you better be glad his other audience would have came at VA. He better be glad because they would have ate his ass up alive, because he had some fans. He had some fans in the audience. He had some fans. And I just shook my head. I said, man, I knew this was going left. I knew this was going to go left. Ridiculous, man.
So we basically got niggas still debating in 2022.
It's not just
that.
Not just that.
It's not just that, DS1.
The nigga paid $1,000
for an interview
to not only get not just the interview, but to get roasted and lose basically his audience and the audience turn on.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's what happens when you clout chase.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what he was. He was clout chasing. Some woman said in the chat, tried to tell him that's not the best way to build your channel. And he did not read that comment. And I said, damn, I'm glad I screenshot that shit. I said, you know what? She's absolutely right. And he did not want to hear that.
Well,
but yeah.
There's another nigga sitting on the sideline now for clout chasing.
Yeah.
That happens to a lot of people.
Yeah. Yep. That's
now,
facts.
have your Gatorade and relax. It happens.
Right.
It happens to niggas.
Yeah.
You can't clout chase everybody.
You can't.
Some niggas are clouds. You can't clout chase a cloud.
No.
You're gonna get sucked up in it.
Yeah.
That's what happened to homie. He thought he could, build, get a little clout off Tommy, and niggas don't know Tommy's in his final form.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's in his final form. So he's not gonna go out. You know what I'm saying? He's not gonna go out easy. He's gonna go out like Freezer.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's gonna be hard to beat that nigga, man. So all you niggas who thinking y'all gonna debunk Tommy finally after all these years,
good luck.
Not gonna be that easy, bro.
Good luck. He's too refined, man. And the way he told that boy up, man, I said, this dude's 40 plus years old. This dude ain't got time to play no games, man. Especially guys like I hang with, like Dre and Cerulin on my panel sometimes, and they do the same shit. It's just when DeAndre told me he turned 40, he said, man, he had to put his 15-year-old picture and got petty. He said, I'll troll this picture with everybody in the sphere. And I said, okay, go ahead. And when he did that, I started dying. I said, you know what, man, if I ever get to that age, and if I do something like that, and if I had to bring some of my old pictures when I was young, yeah, I'll do the same thing too. I'll be petty too. Like, yeah, you're not gonna stop me.
Fuck it.
But see, you got to be like that. And I get what Tommy was saying. He said I was the first nigga that came with gear already, and which is true. And I can attest to this when he first came around, and he's right. He said anybody can do it, you know. Yeah, he told that to Teapot, and Teapot was agreeing with him. He said, yeah, nigga, yeah, I remember. And then niggas just eating it up, man. But I don't say nothing about Tommy because I have to give him his flowers now. I give him the exposure of niggas. Now he knows who's who, who's really pro black, who really the coon. See, Tommy is an in between. He likes to play both sides, but the funny thing about Tommy is he'll pull your card. Yeah. You fuck around, he got you. And with that Kwame Brown shit, I have to agree with him. I had to look at him and I said, you know what? Yeah, he's right. Because Tommy, Kwame, you're reaching, bro. Stick with your best friend. What's his name? Gilbert tried to tell you, you emotional. He tried to save that nigga, man.
And I can't.
He tried to save that nigga, man. Oh man.
You're trying to You gotta hit him with that Carl Thomas.
Yeah.
You ain't shit for that.
Captain ain't shit for that.
I'll be less shit if I started busting out singing "Cry Me a River."
You really want to shit. Or some Rouse Trevan and shit, man. You really be fucked up.
I think I better let it go.
Niggas are paying.
Looks like I took another TKO.
You know what it's like? That's like you paying an employee. You go home, and your employee has your wife on his lap, and your kids on his leg. And he took a shit in your fucking toilet, and they didn't even flush that motherfucker. That's what that shit looks like.
And eating your kids' food snacks.
It's like eating your kids' snacks. This oh, man. Don't we always say quality over quantity? This is why. This is fucking why.
Yes, long live the village spirit. The palace of petty.
You know what? While we're here, I'm glad to say this. I'm glad you motherfuckers are here. Niggas gotta have some shit. We gotta have some order. We just have to have some fucking order. Fuck it. A villain came. People ignore the fact that a villain came from interesting origins. Like at first, he had love for a cause or certain people, but when he got burnt by the motherfuckers, fuck all this. I'm flipping the table, chairs. I'm gonna do this the right way.
I'm interrupting dice games.
Kicking dice out the dice game. Motherfucker slapping lollipops out of kids' hands. Fuck it.
You got to, man. You got to.
Snatch their kids' ice cream and eat it right in front of them.
And also, they were former heroes too. And I hate to say that, you know, and actually servants of certain highest nobilities, man. We see it all in history. But you know what's so funny? They determine how society moves. I think me and Saruin did a stream called Anarchy. He said there's no such thing as left and right of owning it. No, it happens. He says, "Fine, it's pretty interesting, huh?" And he had that conversation. I saw the replay, and I was like, and I like what he said. And he said, if you notice, the right has more anarchy tendencies than the left. It doesn't matter which side owns it. You know, when systems fall apart, yeah, it's loose. But eventually, you know what's so funny? They want order again after the anarchy, the revolution. That's the irony of it. And I say, you know what? That is fucking genius. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And people don't understand. Yeah, villains move the needle, not the heroes. The heroes trying to try to construct everything. I get it, but nah, ain't no Batman here. No, they regular people, man. Yeah.
We just ordinary people.
What motherfuckers don't realize is that the heroes are the motherfuckers who went out and just tried to cover up the lies, keep all the lies covered up.
Yeah,
that's why they always was into constructs.
Yeah,
and it's the same thing on here with dudes spinning narratives. You spin narratives because you want to keep black men confused and lost.
Yeah,
and that is what Professor X did with the X-Men. He had them fighting a cause that wasn't real, which was his cause. But he had them believe that they were fighting a cause that was helping people.
Right.
When they really was doing the work of a narcissistic man who told them that they were heroes because they were saving his dream in his mind that he constructed.
Yeah.
And see, the villains understand that. And they are deemed villains for not following that.
Facts.
Mm-hmm.
Like if someone else formerly said he had a speech, I have a dream. This is irony. I have a dream. Until the tail end of his story, he, I don't want to say he was a villain, but on the tail end, they ain't gonna tell you that part how he died. And there you are. That's another example. Same with Malcolm. He was in the streets. Next thing you know, when he went to Nation of Islam, but then as soon as he went against the grain in the system, he had to go. So it's many examples, man. And DS1 is correct, man. Like a lot of times they like to cover up the real shit, but see, villains got all the secrets. People don't know that. They got all the secrets. They got all the jewels, man. You gotta understand it. You gotta move different. Heroes can't do that. They say, "Oh, I'm gonna be one way. Let's be happy. Let's be utilitarian." Okay. But what happens when you have a lot of mistakes and a lot of deaths? They say, "Oh, let's not worry about that over there. Okay, let's worry about our own shit."
You notice that shit didn't work on Demolition Man. Motherfuckers are looking for the 3 sheet shells and all that silly shit.
Right. Yeah, damn right. It's in a lot of movies, man. Like all these philosophy terms, you can tell, and it goes back to what me and Saruin discussed. And he said, if you really want to break it down, like certain people in this space like to use it as black pill. Okay, that's the reason why I did the content last year, because of that pre-record he did. And I said, oh, all right, Grandmaster, you use those terms to throw people off. Okay, let's break those down. Once you start studying those philosophers, you be like, I see where he's going with it. Okay. Well, it's not an egalitarian society if you got a lot of fuck ups that likes to pay for ass every day. Okay, that's too nihilistic. You're too extreme with that. You can't be peaceful when you're trying to add peace, and there's a lot of destruction. But see, this is why you got a lot of Stoics up here. Yeah, man. Yeah, there we go. Who is this up here? What's going on?
Greetings, everyone.
What's good?
From the villain sphere. This is Aries, aka Where is Tyrone Church?
He going in on TC Killer.
Where is the great Tyrone Church? I need answers to these questions.
Here he. TC Killer, come to the castle of Grayskull.
He has been summoned for his transgressions due to the actions on yesterday, when he did not have a quarterback who can hand the football to the ref. We have many questions and many bets have to be settled.
Mm.
What's up, fellas?
Chilling, man.
Chilling.
Chilling. What's good?
Yo, I ain't came through in a while. I had to come through and show some love to y'all brothers. How y'all doing?
Good. Just talk about the bullshit from last night over at Teapots, man. Like Tommy just cooked that, man. He cooked him like a noodle, man.
Goddamn.
Yeah.
I really thought. I mean, listen, sir. I thought that. I'm sorry for just interrupting everything. I thought that Tyrone was in the building. That's the reason why I popped up. Because Tyrone made some bets.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, Third told me. Yeah, and we tried to. He went dark.
Yeah, and I didn't know if he's hibernating now, if he's in witness protection. Jerome Whiteside made an allegation saying that he's not an honest person because he doesn't make good on his bets. And I said, listen, regardless of the fact, the money's not important. I'm just here to talk shit. But Whiteside said, no, Aries, seriously, he don't come through on his bets. And I was like, that's another matter between those two. But nevertheless, Tyrone, come out of hiding. It's okay. It's okay. I mean, my team never even made the playoffs this year, so it's all right.
Mine got eliminated by Brady. Yeah.
Exactly.
Niners in
Exactly. So I mean, it's just everybody takes their lumps, but the Cowboys took a mighty, mighty big lump. That shit was hilarious. That was the greatest day of the greatest day
it
of
was.
the year.
It was. I love it. I
I
love
saw the people crying in the stands. There's a praying mantis sign that people, if you ever look at SEC football and you see like upset football in college, the fans, they take their hats and they put their hands on their head, and it's a praying mantis symbol, like their body moving. Oh, that's what I call it. It's a praying mantis. I'm gonna look it up one day and I'll make it a meme because I like making memes. Oh my! All right, for my avatars. And I'm gonna find the Cowboys praying mantis meme for Tyrone. Okay. Because he was talking too much shit this year. But yeah, I decided to come out there and pop up. But y'all proceed. I'm gonna drop down because I know that I'm in woody areas and I'm about to lose reception in a few minutes.
Okay.
So I'm gonna be in the chat. I'm gonna be in the chat, brothers. Y'all have a good one.
Oh, you too.
All right, now.
You too.
All right, you too. Yeah, man. But yeah, that was hilarious too. I mean, that and that Tommy shit, man. I said, you know what? I don't know what's worse. Both of them made my day yesterday. I said, you know what? This is fun. This is fun. After my stream, I said that is fun. Yeah.
$1,000.
$1,000, man, over a fucking interview, over talking about conservatism and pussy. I said this before on my stream. That is a bad mix. Bad mix.
Very bad.
That's worse than what's his name? Tim in real life interviewing Joe Rogan and Alex Jones. I saw that little small podcast in his trailer, and I saw that shit. I said, man, they bringing down information. I don't agree with none they say. And I found it interesting. I was like, the same old shit, trying to turn against Trump. I said, okay, Alex, you going against your boy because your boy done slipped up to told the truth. See, this is what happens when you got dangerous people running them up, man. Just like you got in these spaces, man. It's the same shit, and it's just like TBA. What are you trying to do? You trying to be like Alex and them boys? Tommy's gonna pull your card, man. I'm just telling you, he ain't worried about no Tariq, and Tariq's a fraud anyway, using this talking points, which is true. He has changed some of his message. He did kind of pull that. I don't care about that blast shit. I saw that. It was weak. He didn't do much. But like I said, man, but that's what happens when you're in those positions with those numbers with that audience. And he better be glad Tommy's real audience, they would roast you in the chat. Trust me, they ruthless. They ruthless. You think that's something? Imagine if you had a whole roast session when you paid them again. That's some crazy shit. And there ain't no world I would pay a man $1,000. I would have take that and bought some few microphones, cameras, some lighting, or not only that, just car or something, or just certain accessories I would have, or clothes, a few clothes there and there. But that's it. Or groceries. I would say groceries. I would say like not just groceries and great produce, like you have a meal, you know what I mean, for the next like 2 to 3 months, save up or add more, But he said that wipes my ass or something. He said something about that. I said, all right, nigga, you just got cooked, man. All right, man. I just let that nigga alone, man, because he did 2 recordings today talking about it. I said, dude, you should have used that recording when Tommy was on air, man. See, nah, you took another L, bro. Come on now. Come on now. Come on, nigga.
This is tragic.
Come on, nigga.
Man, he be taking L's left and right. First, it was fantastic. I always call him Mr. Fitnelli himself, Mr. Fitnall, man. And who else he he done took L's? There's so many L's, man. Yeah, because he always saying George Floyd had fentanyl and which is cap, because there's no truth to that. Dre did the research and the autopsy. It was not in the system. They just execute that man, neck and shoulder. That's all it was. That's all it was. And as soon as you tell that to him, he folds under pressure, even with the Ahmaud Arbery. Now you notice he's quiet, ain't doing content no more. because I know he's back on the military, and they tried to tell him, you better calm down with this anti-vax shit. They had to shut him up, like, get your ass on the deck, you know. But like I said, but you got killed by him. Everybody else on that teep, I think, like VA, you need a whole education lesson. I mean, seriously, he needs to be in a classroom, period. Like, this boy is just all over the damn place. I'm like, 1 minute you say you're conservative, but everybody called him a leftist in the chat. I said, well, he does sound like it a little bit. I'm not saying he's conservative, not, but I said, brother, you ain't acting like it the way you be acting. Nah, you too emotional. They move different. True conservatives don't act like that. No, they get it done. They ain't got time for screaming and yelling on panels like that. Oh man, you're reaching. The black woman doing this and that and in the gay and in the alphabet. I ain't hearing all that. No. That's not what's going on. They gonna do their thing. What the men are gonna do in the future. He ain't gonna talk about that. They ain't got no solution. Tommy like, just pulled his card. Like every time he said the niggas act the same thing. He's just one of many. And I'm glad he's broke it down over teapots. He exposed the fuckery, not just the manosphere, but he's saying to all of black spaces. He just shake his head. He said, look here, brother X. He said, look, I've been doing this for a while. I'm trying to explain. They're very similar. But that whole point was it shows where the people are and the men are. You know what I mean? And then, yes, everybody was laughing at old boy, but he get what he get. And Tommy pulled his card, man. And Tommy just fall back and laugh. He didn't even care. But I knew he wasn't going to leave. He made that nigga lead off the panel. I was shit.
That's what you get, bitch.
Yeah. But he eventually came back on the tail end, but that was it. But no, he made you leave off the panel so X can interview him. See, you was a shit interviewer, man. That's not professional. I mean, come on, bro. $1,000?
$1,000.
Yeah.
$1,000 fucking dollars. You can't make this shit up. Like, shit.
Nicer. He already gonna be cooked, man. Y'all ain't seen the real Tommy. Like, see, younger Tommy, he was the same. Now he's more refined. This nigga don't care. The way he did with Kwame Brown, and Kwame had to kick him off, it's gonna be worse than that. You're giving him too much power. Don't give Tommy power, man. It's just like giving AM power. Don't give these niggas power. The best way to get them is get them frustrated. Ignore them niggas, man. That's how they get mad. That's how you trigger them. And they won't speak to you for like months. I used to troll AM in the day. I used to troll him like 2 years ago. I used to call him hangry, man. He didn't like that because I was over at MOT's one time. And that was one time. That was like I was recently subscribed to him like last year. And even prior to that, before I fall out. But after that, I stay roasting him like that. So, but the first time I was on the panel with him, he didn't say shit. He thought I was gonna roast him. I said, nah, I ain't coming here. I just came here to see Kuda. That was that day. That was in March. I forget, like it was like yesterday. It'll be a year since I met him on that channel. So after that, it's all good. But at that time, yeah, Tommy's like that. Tommy will get on your skin. You just can't fall for his games. He likes to play mind games with you. Do not play his mind games. That's why dudes don't understand. That's how he gets you. That's how anybody can get you. So if they get you on your best day, there you are, nigga. Hey, you out here paying $1,000. I mean, don't play that game.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that. I'm being trolled by an individual with a fucked up hairline and a fetish for cats. So I know he's listening, and I'm not taking that shit back. So just deal with it.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Well, I mean, you'll know him if he's near the microphone. You hear that crunchy bathrobe, and Isley playing in the background with a fucking cat's eating his ass out. So you already know what it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You playing the Friskies commercial thing?
Meow, 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 meow.
Oh man.
Oh Christ.
Hey man, it's gonna be an interesting year. But
yeah, it is.
This is gonna be a very somber year.
Yeah. Old grudges don't die hard, but I try to tell him, like, dude, it ain't even worth it. I mean, if you want to go at the AM, just go ahead. But I'm just out of it. I'm out of it because I already know what it was. I already apologized, old boy. I said, hey, that's on you, man. That's on you. I ain't got nothing to do with that.
Damn.
But speaking of windmilling, the Kerry Washington type part of that gang, because I already know who originally doxed her. It was one of them that used to be in it, and that's cool with Nyland Taz, and she tried to blame it on someone else. No, it's that woman that always get men triggered. Call herself, the assassin. But that's the one that got you. But she ain't gonna admit that. But that's a whole nother story. But dude trying to windmill, we try to tell him, no, don't you windmill that hoe. She don't care nothing about your ass. Next thing you know, you be on a chopping block like Lil TP, because them women, that B sector I be watching, that merging of black and all that, what they're trying to do. You don't want to be a part of that. You do not want to be a part of that, because next thing you know, you be on the stream and they got you. Then the pictures come out. It's oh shit, and there you are. You see, they play for keeps. You know what I mean? That's just what it is. It ain't like when Tommy was around, but when they came around, that's a whole nother story. But that's a whole nother story.
$1,000.
$1,000.
Yeah.
Damn.
You could have paid your rent.
Yeah. Yeah, he could have paid the rent and everything, man.
Made a car payment. Probably had that threesome you've been waiting on for all your life. Just
Well, you know he ain't want that. It sound like he tricked for conversations.
Oh my God.
trick for conversation. We're entering dork territory. That's real bad, man. Real fucking bad.
That's beyond dork territory.
The nigga spent $1,000 to talk to an internet nigga. What would he spend to fuck a crackhead in real life?
God damn. Woo!
Shit.
That pussy will smell like wet pennies and garbage juice. And wow. No standards.
No
Niggas paying to talk to men. So what are they paying for the attention from women?
Oh shit.
Oh shit. Ooh wee.
This nigga smell. He's selling plasma and sperm for a DM.
God damn. Woo.
Just what will you do to sniff a seat? Like,
woo.
Man, nigga, motherfuckers are socially awkward out here, man. I just don't get it.
Yeah, man.
I don't. That's sad. That's sad.
Yeah. He said 1,000 for a debate. That's like having a piss section in the swimming pool. Yeah, that's right, Ebo Sosa. Yeah, it so is, man. I don't know what the hell that was.
You diving head first in the piss section with your mouth open.
Well, you know you wanna dive in.
A long piss. Oh, shit.
But man, if you're gonna do all that, once you go to one of them truck stops, a TA or Love's, and have one of them Decepticon squirt on your face, just do it. Might as well.
Is that even squirt juice?
To them, it's anything. It's lemonade, but really, ain't nothing but fucking old English piss. So let them have it.
And Crisco.
Man. No shame, man. No fucking shame.
No shame. No shame at all. They're like Quagmire.
It'd be different if you was able to have a solid conversation, know how to talk to people. You'd be surprised what you can negotiate. Hey, you know, sometimes I'll do it out of love if you're solid, but well.
You on your own, bitch.
Yeah.
Like, you see this? Get the cutting.
Needs to get the cutting. Yeah, Captain. Right.
You're on your own.
$1,000 for somebody to talk to me. That's. Why don't you just go on the party line?
Wait, why don't you use that $1,000?
That is unheard of. Talk to a dude. I mean, that's some strange shit in the 21st century. Or what'd you call it? 2022. That's some wild shit.
DMs are free.
DMs are free.
You can talk in a live. You just turn your camera on and
you know what else is free? Discord. You can talk to the person in Discord. They have this phone feature too. You can talk to a person too. I did that with DeAndre off air on the stream. You know, he couldn't get it to the server. Yeah, I did that once.
I would have gave you credit if you got that Nextel chirp and just talk about that shit. But
or you could use that stack, you know, and I'll let Cherokee dance. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, you can go to the strip club. I mean,
what the fuck?
You might
You send a stack to talk to this nigga?
Hey man.
Hey. Right.
This nigga's like Freezer. He just strangled you with his tail and just hit you with a kidney shot 7 times. Pop. Like, ah. Screaming in pain and shit like a little bitch. Ah, help, Kakarot, help.
These niggas out here are weird. I
yeah, that's some weird shit. Yeah. I mean, when I saw that shit, I knew it was gonna happen Sunday, but when I thought it was gonna be like 6 p.m., you know, nighttime. But no, it was like 9 something. I was like, what the fuck? This nigga. And then as soon as it went left, they start arguing. I said, oh shit, Tommy got him. Yeah, it's over.
As you can see, DS1, you didn't miss shit. You didn't miss a motherfucking thing.
Nah, you didn't miss nothing.
Man, I'll definitely be back tomorrow with some content for sure. For the brothers, man.
Welcome back aboard.
This is crazy, man.
This clown shit.
You know.
Yeah.
I mean,
niggas better learn. Niggas better learn before it's too late to enjoy their life, man.
Yeah.
Because a lot of dudes ain't enjoying their life, you know. You know, he said he could wipe his ass with $1,000, but you gave it to an internet nigga.
Yeah.
So it shows how much you don't value your money or your time. You don't have a life. You see, it don't cost you nothing to have a life.
No,
because you have to actually have a purpose in what you do. And this nigga just, you know, wanted to have a conversation with a nigga who he looked up to on the internet. That's obvious. You know, and it's sad that a lot of black men in 2022 got time or use their resources to do shit like that. It's just sad, you know.
Yeah,
sad.
Yeah.
I mean, there's two different types of dudes, and credit DS1 for saying that. It's like you got niggas on YouTube, and you got YouTube niggas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's very true. Yeah. We ain't gonna lie on that.
Nope. We're definitely not.
You paid $1,000 for a megabyte mushroom stamp in front of everybody. Like just hey man.
He definitely cock slapped him.
Yeah.
I How'd you like the cock meat sandwich?
Oh shit. Mm.
He got real hungry, real bad.
all these glizzy-fied antics, man. They just don't help nothing, man.
Yeah, niggas love that glizzy.
Yeah.
They do. Especially Tommy's. Especially Tommy's. I done heard. Listen, I watched Tommy. I done heard grown men call into his show and talk about his glizzy. Like, yo, me and my wife watch you on OnlyFans, and
Man.
a lot of these dudes are really infatuated with that guy on some real shit. And I'm not insinuating nothing about homeboy who paid him the $1,000. I'm talking about, things that I done heard on Tommy's show. A lot of dudes call in and they tell Tommy, how they admire his joint.
It's not safe out here, man.
Real shit. So,
Wow.
Safe.
It's
not fucking safe out here. How you call in and tell another man about his shit with a straight face? Like,
not just with that, bro. A lot of these dudes be having their wife right next to him. Like, yeah, Tommy, I'm a big fan. Right next to their man.
Damn.
Fact.
Yeah, that's true. Mm-hmm.
what the fuck?
They love him.
What the fuck? Fuck.
God damn. And you know what's so fucked up? That's been happening for the last, I would say, about 7 years. That when you have long life fans like that. Before he first came out, it wasn't even like that. Until when people turn on him, like he always said, yeah, it's true. That's true. That goes on. But that's the difference between his fans and KS fans, because KS fans is just ridiculous. I ain't never seen no people worship. It's kind of like LeBron fans almost. They're extreme. Like Jordan fans, we understand they're bad, but when you got LeBron fans, it's just retarded, man. Like, god damn, y'all love this man. No wrong, no criticism. You better not say nothing about him. That's worse than KS fans. That's how I look at their fan base. And then he kind of ruined the path of getting to that YouTube spot, and especially that genre he's in. Because I mean, they wanted him for a certain reason, but they're trying to put him on TV, try to play Steve Harvey. He want that spot. That's all that is, because if this shit don't work, they're going to put you on the screen and, same old shit. I already know where the talking points come from. And then you don't regurgitate from other relationship coaches. And it's the same shit. It's the same shit. You did the perfume thing. That didn't work. And you just like the same old bullshit with these old, it's kind of like what you see on the street in barbershops. If you ever listen to older gentlemen, similar, but the difference is with him, he tells on himself. And this just shows you in a state that we both live in, even though I don't live in the city no more, they kill each other in Midtown all day. They don't tell you that on the news because they do kill each other. The ones that do with the gun shit, they come from different states. But you know what's so funny? They don't tell you. They'll fight over dick in a minute. That was years ago, but it's calmed down since that COVID shit. Yeah.
Wait a minute. They'll fight over what?
They'll fight over dick. Just simple shit. There was one time, I'll tell you this story. In 2010, I think my dad see this on the news. It was a couple, right? That's, in the same sex, right? Two niggas killing each other over a white dude or whatever. And then you got some couple similar situation to that. But one of them did die and started crying on television. The news people captured it. It's on the local news. And I'll never forget it. I was like, and my dad said, what are you laughing at? You laughing at two games? That's some crazy shit. But at the time, it was culture like that. But that was in Midtown. But they don't tell you that because it's so isolated. But you see it in Buckhead too. They kill each other. They ain't gonna tell you that. They try to say, "Oh, we're together. We're in the rainbow and all that." No. Y'all kill each other. Y'all kill each other. I don't care if you come from small town Indiana, somewhere else that got bullied, and you come down here and try to act like family. These dudes will kill you for anything. Like the gunplay here. I know it's in the South. It's just bananas. Yeah, y'all get lynched in the South, but you still want more rights and lawyership. But next thing you know, y'all kill each other. It's the bullshit trying to force it on people, especially in these spaces. I was like, dude, that's why you got all these damn problems.
Wow.
But I see why Tommy gets frustrated. I said, well, yeah, you got a lot of dudes like that. And then you see it in your chat room. I don't say nothing no more because I thought it was that bad. And Dre told me, yeah, it's bad. You know, yeah, he said, sir, it's bad. And True said, it's bad. It's bad overseas too. He said it's getting to the point you can't tell which one is which anymore. You know, it's not just where I'm from, it's all over, you know, the world. You see it. You cannot unsee it. It's like the end days, and it's just like, and I saw my recent subscriber, long-term subscriber, El Young, he said, yeah, they watching us, but here's the thing though. It's just things is coming left and right. It's bad. These plagues, what you call like the COVID thing and everything else, people losing jobs, and you hear now. It's no crying now. Why don't you do to take their money? I say, no, nigga, you should have saved up and survived, nigga. Hell, they had cans and food. Some people live with the gun, man.
Yeah,
they don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear that, but it's true, man. Yeah, don't let them fool you. Yeah, they do kill each other. They act like they peaceful, but nah. It's YouTubers been telling on them, but it's so funny. You got a popular dude with a suit co-signing it, and I'm like, okay, nigga, you came from another state to try to get famous, trying to be Hollywood, you know, Hollywood. This nigga, man. I don't see why people worship him like that. I see. That's why I call him the God, the purple pill God himself.
For many reasons. Some people need a megaphone to say the shit that they can't say in public or on these spaces.
Right.
Some want to kiss somebody's internet nuts. I mean, just you got sycophants. So I mean, they had their weird reasons. My thing is, you know, if people have solid talking points, I get it. But what do you say? What do you stand on? Because I'm not comfortable with anybody's hand near or up my ass speaking for me. That's just not it.
Nope.
Yeah.
That happened.
And that's exactly why I always say what I say on my channel, because I don't want brothers. I want brothers to do the work. I don't want brothers to think that they can live vicariously through me.
Yeah.
You know, because I'm a piece of shit too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when you catch me when you catch me in my carnal stage, don't be like, oh, he's a fraud. No, it's all a process for all of us. Like I always say, I don't want brothers to live vicariously through me being online and things like that. No, I want brothers to understand that this is a work that we're all doing.
Yeah.
You see, you know, and a lot of brothers think that that's the way to go. You know, if I just listen to such and such, I'll be okay. If I just do what such and such tell me to do, I'll be okay. Nah, man. You can't live through Lucario. You can't live through ARC. You can't live through alpha males. You can't live through these men, brothers. You got to live your own life.
Yeah.
Yep.
You got to live your own life. Now you're up here paying $1,000 for men just to talk to them. Shit getting spooky out here. It's getting spooky now. First, y'all didn't have a problem zailing these women. Now y'all zailing men. It's getting a little. Stop living through these internet people, man. You got to live your own life, brothers. This is content. Right. This is content to help brothers with themselves. It is not for you to say, I want to be him.
No. I agree with my brother saying. It's like the stuff we say respectively. We talking about, you know, we get our thoughts out. We give you something to chew on, and then you still have to live your life. You can't wear my drawers. One, that's weird. And two, I'll kick your fucking ass for being in my house. And two, when you look at it, you got to be your own man and stand on your own shit. Hell, you got to be creative. Have your own lingo if you want to. I mean, diversity is going to come. It's going to reveal what kind of man you are. You be the man that will weather that storm, or you will be that bitch. It's what it is. I'll be damned if I'm paying $1,000 to talk to another nigga. That just... No matter how many times I hear it, it's fucking weird. It does not compute. It don't. It don't.
Spend that $100 at the strip.
Right, Nadia. Yeah, it's bad out here. I mean, like I said, I had to stand on my square all the time, even with content. I said, look, I can't copy a lot of niggas. I can't do it. It's too easy. It's too easy. That's why it's stagnant. You know, like he said, conflict creators. Yeah, that's their stagnation right there. Once you come evergreen and fall back, let this shit grow. And I let this shit for like 6 years, and I realized the same old shit. And I told Elder Young, yeah, I'd have left certain shit alone. Where I used to say, now everything is tight in a box. You're not walking on eggshells. You try and get away from landmines, but you got to walk through them and sneak or whatever you got to do. I'm like, damn, Google. So what the hell you doing? But these niggas is just they will go to lengths to kill you over this shit. I'm like, all right, this is that serious? Like, god damn. But one thing I agree with Third said about, you know, the women, no matter what sectors they in, beef or whatever or not, they can't handle these women roast. I'm sorry. They have gotten so lethal. I went to other areas of YouTube and I've noticed and they roasting dudes in the chat room. I said, these bitches is wild. No matter what. They got so good. I don't know where they get their talking points from. Them women is just lethal. And I said to myself, this was not always like that. I mean, but now I understand where they from. I said, oh, I see. Yep. Yeah. Only that.
I got a suggestion. I've seen places like, I don't know, the Comedy Hour, which went undefeated.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers did not touch that space. And I've seen certain individuals roast motherfuckers to the point where they had conniptions for weeks.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
Oh man. Man, it's getting bad out here.
Getting real bad out here, man.
So just a public service announcement since you two are here. The Villain Sphere does not accept minions. And y'all know who we're talking about.
Yeah, I have a strong idea. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes. We revealed that to the rest of the faculty that he was not fit out to be a villain.
Shit happens.
After being called a dirty nigga quadruple times.
I knew you was gonna go there. Oh shit, I knew exactly. Yeah. and lied on the receipt. I saw that replay and I think I screenshotted it to you, Rashawn, man. I said, God damn, come on,
bro.
I
seen it. Bro. I was like, damn.
I had to see that old replay because I didn't know what he was talking about over at Antiques. I said, okay, you tripping off of that shit? And I said, let me see the replay. And I said, oh, I know what you did. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know what you did. You lied. Yeah. Then try to come at me sideways. I just let him have it. I said, nah, you already lost. You got bodied over that purge. That was embarrassing. You and the Dr. Seuss character. And here's the thing, he don't come to my channel like that because he already got two problems with two niggas that's on his head, man. He don't want them problems. That's just what it is, you know. Yeah, he did that to attack the one that Ronan was talking about earlier. Yeah, and I saw the replay of that stream too, but I already knew what it was. Jay Sean cooked his behind. He got mad and try to use those jokes. It's the same thing. And then DS1 gave him that word, and he said, no, NT, I always want two niggas. and that was it. And when I saw that shit, that was my favorite part of the purge. And then Kane and his wife, that was hilarious. That was my second favorite. Yeah. That was it. And I said, Auntie, just be careful, man. They gonna come at your head next. Like, Auntie, you done did this. I was like, no, he didn't. Auntie did what he's supposed to do. I don't blame him for that shit. No.
Yeah.
Hey, man. That dude, listen, man. That dude been up. It's been months, man. It was months. You know, that dude was just getting out of control, man. And try to leave the kid alone. Because the receipt is on my channel.
Oh man.
And now that everyone went and saw the receipt that he's been making a big fit about the whole time, you know, and everyone saw everything. Now, you know, I mean, listen, I don't fuck with niggas, so just chill. I be just chilling, but okay.
Damn.
Woo, woo,
Man,
woo, Haagen-Dazs.
hey, man. This year is going to be a very interesting year.
Oh, it is. I feel it is gonna be. I'm not really surprised. It's just like an all circle. Like everybody loves circles, man. Everybody loves
Everybody likes circular jerking.
The 2-hour moist booty man. The fuck? I think one of the guys he lived in a furnished Walmart bathroom and he was wearing spanks, taking a selfie. Like, nigga, what is you doing?
a whole hour.
Bro, bro. No, that's somebody else.
That's somebody else now. Yeah, we talking about dude, like, oh, I'll never forget this stream over at Kudas. Someone caught him in the bathroom. He argued with somebody. He said, "Man, get out of here." He said, "I'm taking a shit." And what he said, I got caught lacking. And it was on the panel when he said that too. And I said, "Oh shit!" And that was even worse, you know. And I didn't want to say nothing. I said, "Damn," but you know, he can't say nothing now because if I'm on the panel, no, we was there, nigga, because we was on the panel when you argued with that white boy and they came in on you in the bathroom. I know the stall was shut, but he started to tell him, "Get the fuck out of here." I was like, "What the fuck? What's going on?" I was like, "Hey, man, what's going on the panel?" He said he was in the bathroom. He had to get off the panel. I was like, "Oh shit, man."
Oh yeah, he got
That's
caught.
embarrassing. Yeah, he got caught. That's on Kuda stream. I don't know what stream that was. It was, I think it was one on those third ship, and I'll never forget. I said, "God damn it, no, this is bad."
Yeah, he's the dude that had the fake Deuces and Marrow boots. Shout out to Sheep for that.
Yeah.
How you hell run around with fake
Hey,
tickets,
man.
Get out of here.
Yo, man, leave them boots in 2021, man.
Man, told you, man. Those are like Roman Viking Ugg boots.
That nigga's crazy, man.
Them fake old boots that had squirrel tails hanging off them and shit.
Oh.
He's over there. Would you understand me? Great skull.
Jack.
Out of here.
Y'all motherfuckers.
I mean, they're century old niggas, man. It's sad,
Worse.
man. Like it's sad, and you know what it is. It's like the Igmore clan. Now, I'm not mad at them because I expect them to act like that. Because if you notice in conversation, when I go up there on the panel with them, yeah, y'all sound like my pops and them. I get it. But these niggas that act like us, that's embarrassing. You know, at that age, you supposed to know better, especially when you're almost a half century. You supposed to know better. You cannot. I expect 30 plus and down below act like that. That's different. You know, even though you're trying to evolve, you know, because you're not there yet. And I think if you're a half century, that's a no-no. Because see, 30, you're trying to reach that. You're trying to be like, okay, my leaders is up top. Yeah, it is. But here's the thing: if they act just like you, how you gonna evolve? You know what I mean? Because that's embarrassing. Because then you got guys of 60 plus acting like that. Now in the real world, some of them do act decent, but you do have some derelict ones act crazy. Now, I mean, I ain't saying no names where I'm from. I mean, hey, it's just I see it in all the time. But then online, oh, that's even worse. Online, I'm just scratching my face. I'm like, online, y'all act like that. Come on, man. Y'all got too much time. See, that internet, like I said, it's a weapon, man. Like, it ain't just the doxing part, it's the weapon aspect. Like, if you give them something, right? An echo chamber, a religion. It's like a religion. Like, you believe me, I will take you to the promised land and tell you all women are evil. And I'm like, nigga, come on, man. Go out. And then here's the thing, Captain. I'll pay you $1,000 to talk to me because I got clout. And that's a damn shame. I mean, I mean, man, like I ain't seen nothing like it. Like, nigga, is it that bad?
But you've been around pretty much as long as I've been around, and we've seen the changes what the Manosphere used to be.
Yeah.
It was nothing like this shit.
No, it wouldn't.
Come back from the service, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh man, women are bad and blah blah blah. You got me fucked up. I still go outside.
Yeah.
Now, my experience might differ. Granted, you have certain women that do certain things, but you have to take the onus that you gave them a stage to show their ass.
Yeah.
You gave them the time to show out, and they showed you what they were, and you kept them around either because you thought you was limited or you thought you was pussy with, more or less. But what were your standards and boundaries? You can't smash everybody.
That's right.
But hey.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
I had a girlfriend, I would say like 08, 09 around that time too, when I was on YouTube as well. That was my old channel, and that was a long time ago before it got flagged in 2012. But I tell people, man, I've been outside too. Even I could still go to the grocery store and talk to people.
Yeah.
And the good thing is, that's a form of communication I developed. Even my last job I used to have, and I tell people, look, I still talk to people off here. You know, even in my neighborhood sometimes. And he say, hey, good morning, how you doing? And, you know, it's the same old thing. But these dudes, it's just like, I think when the pandemic came, that's when I think Dre said they've been stuck here too long. Yeah, it's that. And sometimes they probably did this before the pandemic. You don't know their situation like that. These dudes is wild, man.
Many of them did this before the pandemic.
Yeah. It's a lot. And I could tell, and the pandemic exposed that and exposed a lot of people's lives. And I don't say nothing because that internet is a weapon, boy. I mean, yeah, there's different levels of trolling, but when you have that childish trolling, that's even dangerous. That's like insurgency. Like I said, I don't want to say incelian behavior, but you know, and just like recently Dre and Swerve told me, yeah, it's bad. They clamping down. It's not just, you know, the mass, it's the incels is in it. That's what they're looking at. They're looking at who's triggering them, who's the bad apples on the bunch. But you know, when you have a sting out, they're not going to go after everybody. They know who's who. Yeah. And I said, that's genius. Now, back in the day, they just strike everybody down. They just make a list. And that's how they did me. That's how they did me and Elder Young One back in the day. This is back in 2000. I didn't tell you this. That's how they got us. And since they ass came right behind, we created, I had to clean this mess up. You know what? I said, Dre, I won't help you clean this shit up. I said, this shit needs to stop because now you got to change it now, because since they're going to legalize prostitution, then here's the thing. You're not going to get what you want in legalized prostitution. It's like patriarchy. It's like in Japan that you can't. It's like no. They picked it for you. You know what Dre told me over there. He said, they do the selection, nigga. You don't have no choice. Yeah. So a lot of you niggas is gonna take that suicide. And I try to tell people, like, even if they look, it's still the same principle. Like, look, I already know where Japan got it from. I know what cultures people get that type of patriarchy from. It's been practiced before, so it ain't nothing new. And these dudes talk about it. Every time he gets on that panel, them niggas freeze up. They forget he lives in a country that deals with that. You know what I mean? And we had long streams about that. Me, him, I think Cerulli and everybody else talked about this. And he said, y'all so behind. And that's sad, man. And it's sad. And I think the Manosphere, like, is decent. 1.0 was decent. The website hurt us because nobody wanted to donate. And I guess it was too early. They were scared. Yeah, you defeat the women. But there was a new batch of women was going to flip out in the conscious community. So that's why you got your Senjis and everybody else and your modern day so-called all that, and your so-called new B sector / rose sector people, like, you know, your Cookies and things like that. In her heyday, and now she's in the black sector beefing with the other people over there. The merger, new women, same old thing. And then Dre says it's the same old shit. You see the alphabet gang, them little girls be in the chat room, be giggling and kiki and haha with the one with the slave rope defending that shit. And I just shake my head. I said, look at y'all. You know why I try not to laugh at them? Because they are what they are. Like, you're just doing the same shit I've seen in many years that's come before. And they've done this before. They've done this tactics before. They try to get guys triggered. Blake Barbie was the first. She just kept flagging people with the most.
Ryder, XIM Imot, Blake Barbie doll.
Yeah, all them.
Debo Cooper.
Yeah.
A slew of them motherfuckers. Like,
yeah.
I mean, some of them are trying to come back from the grave, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
But these new girls, man, they taking their spot and they take notice. Like, oh, they ruthless. Yeah, because that smartphone. Let me tell you something. That smartphone and this new interface of laptops, like the internet I'm using now, it captures every damn thing. If you fuck up on here, yeah, that's why I said the word doxing is a loose word. That just means ransom and it's a form of hacking, like they personal information and shit like that. But you know what? The government does the same thing and it's legal. It's really not. I mean, it's illegal, but technically it's a little bit legal because they always ask you for your phone number. I know Google said this when you do a YouTube account or any social media account, like these companies will ask you, what's your phone number? What's your name? What's your social security number? Next thing you know, they want your tax returns. I've heard. I didn't know that. I said, oh shit. In the monetization piece, I said, this is not good. Now they getting too evasive. See, I thought Facebook was bad, but then I said to myself, with the metaverse thing, I said, you know what? I know what they're trying to do. And see, you can't even use the word doxing no more because they said, we're already doing it, fellas. What you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? That's how they get you, man. That's how they get you. That's why you got to be careful out here and move different because a lot of times you got people they're desperate and they do it and they go after your kids. Like I understand you hate the individual, but the kids part, what the women be telling me, yeah, that's foul. That's foul. I don't co-sign that. That's barbaric. You don't do shit like that. Now, it used to be like a troll with the pizzas, the swatting. I understand when the swatting was bad on the Xbox, and now it's come to the point the children got to be tough. I'm like, wait a minute, whoa. That's when people start, pull their pieces out. That's okay. This is kind of like street shit. Okay, this is that's how beefs get started. Next thing you know, and there you are. Everybody say, "Oh, he ain't built like that. He got a gun." What happens? He pistol whip you and crack your head and try to kill you. You ever thought about that?
Yeah.
And everybody get quiet. They say, like, yeah. So I thought,
yeah. There's a lot of guys stricken with the inability to communicate, socially awkward. Of course, they'll do anything and everything for attention. They get online, that keyboard courage. They're drunk off that shit. They'll talk big shit. I'll do this, and this. Here's my address. But they're ignorant of the fact that this person I might have, it might be mentally off. They have certain military or martial art disciplines, or you don't know what the fuck they do. You got people who will sit there and
greetings, Kylie Jane.
Wait around and see how you move, see how who you connected to. And instead of a RICO case, they getting every last motherfucker that was fucking with you. So,
they doing that now. And you know what? They take their good ass time. See, one thing I can say about people that work in these places, even you get on panels of people that work through the government, and like Dre said, I work on the side of them too. And I scratch my head. See, this is why I don't argue with individuals on panels. If you notice, you don't know what their background is, and you be like, wait a minute. This guy used to work for this. And I'm glad Charles confronted GMT with that shit. And he tried to, dox him. And he said, man, he better be glad Charles would have broke his neck, man. Like, that's what Charles told me on the panel when I did that stream. I think it was on the Independent Thinker series. And I'm glad he said this. He said, man, he better be glad I didn't kill that boy. Because, see, they're sparing you. But these dudes that in law enforcement and military, they're sparing you. And I think Dre was going to put a hit out on Ism like, look, you disrespect my mans, CJ in that stream. And I don't know if you watched his latest stream. That was foul what he did. And he get what he get, and Dre had to call that out. I'm glad he mentioned that on Juan G's panel. He said, I had to call off some dudes to calm that shit down, try to calm CJ and his dads down because that's some foul shit because he came from, Iraq and them places. Because, see, a lot of people, like we said when the Sunday Mass with the CTE thing, a lot of people are traumatized, man. You got to leave people alone, man. People don't want to be bothered, man. Like, when you hear a person's voice, if he's super quiet, just leave the motherfucker alone. Just leave niggas alone. I try to tell people, leave niggas alone in 2022 before you get your hair blown away. They put you in the pine box. You know what I mean? There are time bombs out here. That's why I had to be very, very, very careful with conversations. If it's sensitive, if they've seen a lot of, bloodshed and violence and their childhood traumas, I know trauma bond is huge in these all spaces I've noticed in different sectors. And I'm like, But when you listen to it, like, okay, that guy's serious, another guy's faking. Okay, I know the difference between the two. But if you meet him in person, you'll get a different conversation. I'll say, oh, I know why you like that. Okay. I have to be mindful on panels and shit. But people don't know that. People don't know that when they get on panels, they can scream me out, you bitch, and next thing you know, it's like, wait a minute, bro. fella, you don't know me like that, brother. You don't know me like that.
Cool
next
out.
thing you know, and next thing you know, and there you are. It's gone third ward, Warlord Colombian.
DS1, only what's going on? Let me say this though, to respond to a point that you just made, Sir. That's the problem with this space. Like, let's be real. The foundation of this space is not to help brothers do better, or overcome whatever little insecurities or faults or shortcomings they might have. The foundation of this space is what you just said, to the point that without the trauma bonding in this space, what would you really have? If you took away the trauma bonding from this space, like, what would this space really be? Like, that's a question that I ask myself, like, all the time. Like, what would this space be without the trauma bonding? And I'm not just talking about on the male side. I'm talking about on the female side too.
Oh yeah. You know what? I can speak to that on both sides. If you take that away, it's a wrap. They have to be productive. You got to show improve. It's kind of like, if you know you're going to change, especially if you have kids, it's a wrap. I've seen people try to sell their Twitter accounts. I've seen this recently, and even YouTube. And what's so funny, the fuckery, but yeah, the internet's undefeated. They're gonna find shit eventually when you get into these newer business and tech. They're gonna find you out. But if you're reformed, that's a different story. And they'll be like, oh, okay, you're reformed. Okay, now you can help us clean up the shit. But you got the ones, it's hard-headed, go back to their fucking stubborn ways. Well, I ain't doing this shit. I'm gonna be me. All right. Until you slip up with that camera and be famous, like I told about people like KS and World trying to be famous. Yeah, they got the fuckery shit on you on YouTube. See, this is one thing I like about this site, even though it's fucked up as it is, it exposed the bullshit of people. And Tommy, he admits the difference in him with them other niggas, he got his head cracked. Yes. He survived, he didn't die. He just, he talked his shit and he stood up like a man. He's still in front of the camera, but it's a risk though. A lot of people don't want to be in his shoes because they ain't built like that. See, Tommy will take the risk of being that. Every man has different paths, right? But his thing, that is a form of masculine, but he was mature. He ignored the bullshit what people say. And I've noticed he said, Kevin said he ignored people. Of course he ignores. That's him. Even though I don't agree everything he says, but the problem with that is they can touch him if he says something out of turn. Yeah, man. But see, he understand from Tommy. Tommy got his head knocked off. And you know what Tommy did? And he just came right back.
Let me ask you this, bro. Is that rumor true? Did he really pay that man a stack just to get his ass clown bombed? Is that true?
Who's that?
TVA. Did he really pay Tommy a stack just to embarrass him?
For an interview. Not just Atlanta. Man, that's some weak shit. And Ronan, we just went in on him, man. But see, said
shout out my VA.
Yeah, VA, take that fucking L, bro. Like those two recordings you did, that's not gonna solve nothing, bro. You have to take that. L,
let's just be real. TVA been taking a L ever since he came into the space. The nigga been holding Kevin Samuels nutsack since he blew up. I mean, like, come on, bro. Yeah, like, come on, dog. Like all these Kevin Samuels nut huggers, and when a nigga take a piss, they holding that shit for that nigga, bro. Like that's what these niggas do. So if you've been doing that shit, bro, you've been taking the L.
Yeah, but here's the thing, like the L part, I'll say the biggest L was Tommy. And when Tommy roasted him and had the chat turn on him, I was there. Oh, yeah. That shit had me dying. And that's just let you know, like, bruh, I told him in the chat, tap out, nigga. Tap out. I told that to Gina one time with the DS1 shit. I told him to tap out. Look, if someone got you in a roast, tap out, brother. Tap out. Like, I don't want to see no beatdown, bruh. No. You just gotta take it on the chin and move on. I got roasted a few times. I roast right back, and I learned when I was younger. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm glad you mentioned that. The thing is, like, when it comes to like roasting, all it is just you sharpening your wit. It's intelligence. It's you being sharp. You come up with all kind of crazy shit. Now, if the person gets hypersensitive about what you said, just like I said the whole thing about the cats running a train on a dude, and people thought that shit was funny, and he got mad. It made it even more hilarious. Like, damn, this nigga.
And you know, it pisses me off when people say like roasting is like low grade level shit when it's like really like Ronan just said, all roasting is like a mental exercise because it's about who could be clever and witty, you know, and who could be like fast at it, like, you know, because when you're doing it, you're not necessarily thinking, you're just going with whatever comes off the top of your mind. And it's kind of like will be like freestyle, like when you hear like rappers and artists freestyle, like it's just something that it's like a mental exercise, a lyrical exercise for them. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of the same thing. So when people say, you know, roasting is degenerate culture, I'm like, that's bullshit. Because, you know, white boys, they be roasting too. It's just that to me, they don't have the clever or the wittiness that I feel like black people do when it comes to roasting. You know what I'm saying? They don't get as, see, when we roast, we cut real deep. We get deep, personal, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? But when white boys roast people, you know what I'm saying, on each other, it's kind of like
elementary shit.
You know, it's like bland. It's very bland. But we put
very elementary shit.
Yeah, and it's bland. You know, we put a bunch of flavors, salt, seasoning on that shit. And then, you know, we, like I said, depending on how, you know, we don't like that person or not, we could get deep with it. And then, you know, it could get turned into some other shit. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Yeah. Even when roasting, while I was growing up, if you like the person, if y'all was cool to joke each other, even in families that roast, and then y'all be cool probably the next day if it's that bad, if y'all had problems. Now, the person you don't like, you give them the extra shit first because that's an experiment test. And the worst thing you can roast him on, not just his hair, it could be his shoes, his clothes, the smell, the breath. All that stuff.
Hey, do me a favor, Oni, if you still around, highlight Mike V's latest comment. Facts. He says roasting is improv. Facts.
Yeah,
you know?
It is improv.
Know?
It's very improv.
You know,
I agree, Mike V. And here's the thing why it's improv, because I come from a state, like we call it our form of roasting, what we call it is burning. Now in Georgia, they call it jonesing. You know, jonesing.
You got some people that call it
things like that.
Busing, ranking, you know what I'm saying?
In ranking, Georgia, the reason they call it jonesing because he said, I'm going Jones on a nigga. Now, I've seen him roast certain people, and it's funny when the niggas is born and raised here, even outside of Fulton County, they'll get under your skin. Now, where I come from, we known for burning niggas up. Now, I'm from the middle part of Tennessee growing up. That was normal in my family. Now, if we talk bad about the incest in your family, the gay stuff, all that stuff in the church, we'll roast any type of niggas we knew we didn't like the nigga, or we was cool with the nigga. It was fair game. Now the ones cool, they was cool with it. They threw shots. If you was able to keep up, it was a certain level of respect. Now the ones that did not, and then the ones that did not like it, they were hypersensitive. You could tell, and you keep on roasting until they start putting them hands up. And I think I'm glad Dre said this about people in Philly. That's what they do. It's similar where I come from, because that whole state, we ride people's heads. We get inside your head, and once we roast you inside your head, it's stuck there. We got you. It's a psychological damage, and a lot of people don't like that because it gets very funny though. And then people start laughing, say, "Oh, look at this nigga!" Used to do that in high school, man. It's funny.
Bro, when I was coming up, bro, growing up in the, I ain't had no choice. Like I said, I got called every light skinned nigga under the book, bro. You could think imaginable. Like
I remember them jokes.
Like you know what I'm saying. So like and so I had to get with it, and to be honest with you, I always been clever with words and wordplay and stuff like that. But like I said, I just had to take it to a whole nother level with that roasting shit. But I'll say this, man, like, Faces, when Mike V said roasting is improv, bro, like, Faces, shout out to DS1, but when we used to be on the Comedy Hour with friends, bro, like, nigga, that was some legendary classic, bro. I'm talking about we be in that bitch, like, just going in for hours, bro, like, just on hours, bro, just straight roasting for hours, bro, like, nonstop. That shit was, like, classic, bro.
Yeah, and the thing is, like I say, as far as improv, I give it to DS1. Because, I did my shit, the whole thing with the Bernadette crazy shit. But when this motherfucker goes to fuck off on improv, you hope you took a shit before that. Because you don't want to shit on yourself. That's how funny this shit
is. Or take a piss early, too. You got to do all that, man.
Like
it get real ignorant. You saw it on the Purge, and this nigga just
that's hilarious. See what he did to Grinch and old boy, man. I'm like, and how can you kill a nigga and he just killed two niggas? Stop it. That's my favorite Purge. I said, Auntie, and I told him this on the vlog. I said, Auntie, the reason I like that one because he said, hey, Dad, and that nigga had to fold, man. But see, that's the same shit what Jay Sean did and film on my panel. He told him, he said, look. And he kept trying to call him baby mama, and that didn't phase Jay Sean. He just kept going in, because I knew what he was gonna do. But his the two niggas, he do not want to hit that lane because I already know because that nigga's not gonna hit that lane.
I ain't gonna lie, that whole purge NT did that whole weekend was classic. But like you said, my favorite one was when DS1 and the little Dr. Seuss ass nigga was going there. Because that was like I was like kind of like that was like long overdue, and you knew it was coming at some point. So I was just like, man, this shit is crazy. I was just laughing at this shit.
I knew it was gonna come. But I said, Auntie, you're a fucking genius when you got DS1 on that. Like, what made you do that? I like one of these days, if he ever comes to my pen, I said,
bro, that weekend, I keep telling people that weekend, bro, that particular weekend, but particularly that Saturday, because
it was on that battle.
yeah, but particularly that Saturday, because that's when the first one happened, was that Saturday, and it carried over into Sunday. But that Saturday, like, people kept telling us, like me, our channel, for the record TV, me, Tobez, and Brandon, and Auntie's channel, like we pretty much was like the highlights of the YouTube streets that weekend, particularly in this space, because people kept going back and forth between our channels. It was like, damn, I don't know which channel I want to be in, because man, both of these shits has got a whole bunch of fuckery going on. Like,
Mike V, you ain't shit. Yeah, he did get rocked, Mike V. Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
I was there, nigga.
Man, look, Mike, you ain't shit, bro. You ain't shit. But no, people was like, man, y'all doing a whole review of the fuckery from like this past year. Meanwhile, AT doing a purse. So it's like, damn, bro. Like, people kept hopping back and forth between both channels. I'm like, man, I ain't mad at you. I understand,
I understand too.
So, but that was a classic
funny.
weekend.
I saw Kane and his wife roasting Rue, man. I call him Rue Dempy.
Hey, bro, I missed that shit, bro. I want to see that shit. I missed that shit. That's the one part I didn't get to see, bro.
You need to see the replay of that. That shit is hilarious, man. Rue
was that part one of the purge? Or was that part two? Because I remember he had like 3 or 4 different ones.
It was part two. It was part two.
Okay.
Bomb was on there, and Bomb got quiet too when Kane's wife cooked her too. She got quiet. You know where she's at now? She's over at Lapeef Network right now. Yeah, acting a fool.
Yeah, I heard Kane and his wife, he got into a root. I'm like, damn, bro, that's crazy. I'm like, I think when that shit happened, that was after we finished our stream and when I was asleep, so I didn't get to see it because
I saw it.
That was crazy.
I saw it. It was like before during your stream, but it lasted for some hours. And he got off, in between. If you watch it in its entirety, you'll be like, oh, okay. And then when I got on your channel,
speaking about Kane, shout out to him. Happy birthday. It's his birthday.
Yeah, I already told him happy B-Day, man, because Capricorn's in the building.
Hey, bro. Hey, say what you want, but Kane got him a rider, bro. That boy got him a rider out there.
Yeah, he does. Salute to Kane. Salute to Kane. Salute to the God.
Yeah, I can actually vouch for DS1. Like, growing up and like watching like Corey Holcomb show all the way back from the Conga Room to RMC. Over them years, like they got a group called the Chat Room Goons. Anybody, anywhere can fire your ass up, and if you able to hang out there, like, hey, you get a level of respect. And
facts.
What you saw on the purge, that was light work. I promise you, it was light work.
Yeah, it was. It was. I can tell.
Hey, real quick, let me say this. Shout out to Sexy Red 30 in the chat. I see you up in here with your pretty ass. What your troublemaking ass up to? What you up to?
She wants attention. She wants attention.
She, think about love about she pretty as shit, but she be starting some shit. She a little troublemaker down in the chat. You know what I'm saying? She funny though. I give her credit though.
She loves interference. That's her thing.
It's
funny. It's funny though. No, when she does run interference, but like when she catch niggas off guard, it's so funny. When she was Renaissance chick, it was cool. And when she calls herself Red, like, okay, she's on fire with it. But her content is kind of, cool sometimes.
Hey, Sexy Red, I'm going to just say this. Us villains know better than that. We know better than that. We know your ass ain't innocent. You could try to act it and you could try to, fool people with that pretty smile, but we ain't going for that shit. We know better.
Wait, hold on.
We know better. We didn't see you in action.
Captain, go ahead.
What's up?
Red, what happens if I did this to your makeup?
You ain't shit, man.
Y'all ain't shit, man. Y'all ain't shit. Sexy Red capping in the chat, lying and shit.
I know.
It's cool though.
I know.
You notice that, like, just with us here, there's a number of guys who not only can stand on their own, but they're their own man. They do what they do. Sometimes they have their own lingo, how they move. Again, what you see online, that's cool. But we're similar but different offline. It's no act. It's what the fuck it is. But
Mhm.
too many of these clowns get out here and like, yeah, I'm this online. And you're not even the moderator of your own life. That's fucked up.
Say that again. Say that again, bro.
A lot of these dudes, when they turn the camera off, if they turn the camera on, when they turn the internet off, they don't even have a wrench in real life. These niggas just be out here talking the most shit online, but when they get off here, they're mild mannered. You know, any woman that looks at them, if any woman fucks with most of these guys, her credit score and her credibility is all fucked up. Just off top. Off top. He's too busy at Sunoco gas station eating some.
This nigga said Sunoco. This shit. Look, they telling you. Look, these niggas telling other niggas, oh, don't fuck with these 304s. Don't fuck with these strays. Yada yada yada. But yeah,
meanwhile,
you know,
meanwhile,
meanwhile, in the back chat, they sending them $300, $400, $500 cash apps. You know what I'm saying? Just for new pics and all of this shit. And look.
And look, what girl, flex your pussy real quick.
And look, what I'm saying ain't no cap, because let's just say that, you know, I've talked to some people behind the scene. I ain't gonna say no name because, you know, I don't do that whole kiss and tell shit. I keep it G, but a lot of you niggas is pump faking in this space. Y'all don't live by what y'all preach on here, because I done seen you niggas, you know, cash apps, you know, and I done seen the screenshots of you cash apping chicks for, you know, certain little pics and shit. I ain't gonna say no names, but y'all know who the fuck I'm talking about. Y'all know who y'all are.
I bet my whole check. I bet my whole check. If any of these women in this space, especially in this chat, if they fart in a jar, they'll have at least 30 orders for them fucking jars. I promise you that shit.
Or pussy water.
I seen a story, bro. I seen a story like a couple weeks ago of some snow bunny chick. I think she like overseas somewhere. I think she like over there. I want to say in Europe or some shit. Like she sold her bath water, like literally, like put it in the jar, and you know, like every time, and you know, she's made like damn, I think like about $1 million, you know, off her bath water.
God damn.
I was like, man.
I personally know a chick that sold. She made money selling pre-used ankle socks to motherfuckers because they had a foot fetish and shit.
Don't forget Coochie.
Coochie, if she wrung her panties out and put it in a shot glass and sent that shit, he would Venmo that bitch that night. Niggas are weird out here, man. Outright weird. Yeah. I don't get it, man. If it ain't my face or my vicinity, what we talking about?
Right. Yeah, man. It's just what it is, man. Like sometimes if you can't hold a conversation with any female, even the non-sexual part, I've noticed. And you know, it's so funny if they ever use any talking points by the Purple Pill God, anybody else, and try to do that, I'm like, you crazy. Like, who does that? Like, now I've heard some stories people try to do that. I'm like, oh man, woo, sad.
And it's weird as shit.
Yeah,
weird as shit. Well, Kevin says, "What the fuck do you say, nigga? What do you stand on? Because you holding this nigga's dick like it's cool, like."
Straight stroke.
What are your experience? Like, what do you?
They love that man. That's like they God. Like, but I hate to say this. I had to do the AM when he told the truth on that. That's all them niggas. That's how they sound like over at that Igmore crew. They be like, say, but Kevin did. The Kevin did. I love you, some Kevin.
Hold on. I'm gonna use DS1's voice. A bunch of Jonathans.
Hold on, Jonathan.
You know what? I'm convinced at this point, if Kevin told these niggas to hop in a swamp full of fucking vicious gators, they would just for you, Kevin. I'll do it for you, Kevin, just to prove my loyalty to you, Kevin. Like type of niggas, you know what I'm saying?
It's a complete lack of self-worth out here. Like anytime you speak solid to guys, like look, like with the content we speak on, what do you say? What do you stand on? Like all this shit that goes on, you still have to live real life. And you over here looking for an internet idol to worship, and you think that's gonna carry over into the real world? You fucking bugging.
I can tell you what these niggas stand on. These niggas stand on other niggas' nut sacks. That's what they be standing on.
Well,
like real shit.
They pay $1,000 to talk to another nigga. I'm not surprised.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, facts. Mm-hmm.
Ain't no way.
Mm-hmm.
Be proud as hell when they be standing on other niggas' nut sacks, playing they fucking personal flag and that shit. Like, I own this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like type shit. I'm just like, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Like shit crazy.
I wouldn't be surprised you niggas paid $100 to get fisted at a truck stop. I would not be surprised.
And if they not playing their flag and other niggas' nut sacks, they, you know, tricking on these lot lizards where they trucking on the road from state to state and shit.
Oh yeah.
So you know.
Oh McDonald. And on this lot, he had mud flaps. Yo.
With a lot lizard there and a lot lizard there. E-I-E-I-O.
Knowing her pussy smell like old used Band-Aids and hippo ass.
Pussy be smelling like fucking already smoked Newports and fucking mothballs and fucking stained toilet seats and shit.
Wow.
Pussy probably smell like anchovies.
Anchovies.
Smell like cadaver farts and moose antlers.
Oh, that's red. Yeah, they've always looking for a daddy. Be like,
Pussy.
oh boy, what's his name? That JB dude from the P. He said, Bernard, you gonna be my daddy?
You gonna be my daddy?
Yeah, you talking about that Jonathan dude? Yeah, that's him. Off the P Network.
I mean, they have these the two women right now on the live stream talking to, you know, different individuals, because I was looking at their live and I was like, okay, what are they talking about? They was talking about the black community. I said, man, come on, same old nigga shit. All right. We're not gonna come back together. I mean, brothers, we always have problems with ourselves before the females. I know the first thing they'll say, it's the women. I was like, no, nigga, it's you, nigga. You got the problem, bad leadership. Like,
you gotta check it within.
Yeah. All that stuff. And screaming and yelling, it's like, it's the pussy's fault. I'm like, no, it's not.
No, it's your fault.
No,
Yeah,
you talking about women and you too busy online queefing all over the place. You need to stop that shit.
Hey, and I'll tell you a little secret. You want to know why? You want to know why these females acting up? Because they following y'all dumbasses.
Yeah.
Facts. Some of these niggas, man, after they finish, you know, cheerleading for their favorite YouTube daddy, they fucking breaths be smelling like stale dick and molded pot pans and shit.
The fuck? Stale dick. Wow.
Fatality.
All right.
Woo! Fatality.
Tell you, man, these niggas is pathetic, bro. I just be laughing at these goofy ass niggas. Like,
yeah, man.
I just laugh at them, bro. I don't want to be nowhere near around these niggas. So that's why I don't even congregate or be where these niggas be at. So, you know.
Oh, I mentioned what you said earlier in the stream, and I brought your name up about, you know, what you say about women in different spaces and black sectors, and I had to agree with you. Yeah, and I agree with you. And that goes for all women in general, like all colors. I've seen this all YouTube. They be roasting these weak dudes, no matter if they're white or black men.
Bro,
the women is whooping ass, man. They whooping ass.
Real talk. Okay, even though I spend most of my time in this sector on here, bro, I've been in other sectors, bro, and it's the same shit, bro, across the board. Bro.
Shit,
women, bro, the women be holding it down, bro. The women be on some G'd up shit, and they be more, you know, they be regulating, you know what I'm saying, more than these niggas do. And I'm like, man, I'm just shaking my head like,
damn, that's embarrassing, man. I see it in white sectors, like the way they be laughing at these dudes. They'll use I don't want to say cool nigga, but they treat him as a whip, you know, as a weapon. And he be yesing her up and like, damn, she more G'd up than you, nigga. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, you condone this shit? But you know, that's the new wave, and you see it all over social media. You see it on Twitter, you see it on Instagram. Like, if you say anything down, yeah, you out of there, man.
My thing is this: number one, you know, I get it. These niggas that hate women, you know, the one that, you know, I call them like the undesirable, leftover ass niggas. You know, them niggas. Yeah. You know, first of all, I can't hate women or feel the same way about women like you because I don't have those issues, and I'm not you, number one. But number two, it's like, how could I hate these women and have any ill will towards them when, like I said, they keeping it more G'd up and play out here than you niggas. But claim that y'all so, alpha or whatever, y'all, these productive men, y'all this, y'all that. It's like, bro, I can't hate. Like, bro, if a woman keep it, 100, then it's like, bro, I gotta salute that. I can't hate on that. You know what I'm saying? Because then how that make me look like as a man hating on a woman that's keeping it thorough more than you niggas. Like, that make me look, bad. You know what I'm saying? So I can't hate on that.
But this is why I tell guys, like, you're the commanding officer of your life. Again, if you don't have a wrench, especially if you don't moderate your own self, you have yourself to blame because you're not in control of your shit. You choose not to be. So you dodging accountability, there's consequences to that. So if you talk to certain people, how they treat you is you respecting your boundaries and you teaching them how to do the same thing to you, and vice versa. But you got a bunch of angry dorks running around here looking to start shit. But when you always want to talk about smoke, but you motherfuckers got asthma online and off.
Got a lot of motherfucking Smurfs.
You ain't shit, Sexy Red. Look, you see what she put in the chat?
Yeah, I see it.
Oh man.
Wow.
Oh man, shit funny, bro. DS1, what's good, bro? What's good with you, man? I don't know if he stepped away, but what's good with you, DS1? So shit, man. Yeah, I just been taking a step back, watching everything, just seeing shit for what it is, and anything that I can't relate to or I can't get with, you know what I'm saying? I'm just be like, nah, I'm good on it. I pass, and I don't even be around the shit. You know what I'm saying? So, that's just how I do. But niggas can do what they want to do. I ain't trying to stop nobody from doing what they want to do. Just don't try to send me no bullshit.
So third, you're not on here complaining about a chick who's judging for wanting to have sex on a race car bed. Is that what you're saying?
Nope. Shit, if a bitch want to have sex behind a goddamn local dumpster, shit, hey, do your thing. I ain't mad at you. Do what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Shit.
Take that. That.
Because even if, let's just be honest, even if I had an opinion on that shit, like what is my opinion? My opinion ain't gonna do shit for me and ain't gonna do shit for her. So like, who gives a fuck? Who cares? Like these niggas act like their opinions actually gonna change some shit or change the world, or like, nigga, y'all niggas ain't touching nobody's lives on here. Everybody, I notice about this space, everybody think they either a life coach, a dating coach, or they think some damn, Messiah, pro-black martyr or some shit like that. Like, motherfucker, you ain't doing none of that shit in real life. Most of you niggas that talking this, let's take over the world, let's, overthrow the government, the white man. Most of you niggas can't even overthrow, you know what I'm saying, your fucking baby mama that's fucking getting on your nerves and probably run your fucking life and have your fucking balls locked up in a damn mason jar. Like, fuck out of here.
Graham Bobbitt style.
Got niggas up on here. Got niggas up on here fucking, talking this shit, talking about women need to be a certain dress size and you too big and all of this shit. But then at the same time, nigga, your baby mama looking like Shamu and shit. Like, fuck out of here.
Hey, third, remember they typical saying, alpha way through it. You have to alpha way through it. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? I'm like,
all I'm saying is, bro, if your baby mama look and built like Free Willy, bro, you don't need to be saying shit about a woman dress size, bro.
Oh shit.
What's going on, troublemaker? I see you up on here. What's going on, troublemaker?
Good evening, fellas. How you
Good evening, sexy heathen.
I don't know why I'm innocent in this motherfucker.
Right.
Y'all got me cussing already. I just got here.
You just cursed. Get out of
here. Sexy thought 38. What's going on?
Why you look like you? Are you okay, third? Blink twice. Are you being held hostage?
Nah, I'm not being held hostage. Why would I be held hostage?
Because your camera look like you being held hostage. Like you about to put up today's paper.
Nah. You got jokes. Nah, I'm just chilling in the crib.
Wed in the building.
Looking like an Arab fucking doctor and shit.
Wow.
Hey, after this streaming, I'm finna come over there and terrorize your ass.
Okay, I'm so glad you don't know where I'm at. Come get this dog. He get on my nerves already.
Oh.
What y'all doing up here? What is
Nothing, just
going
shooting
on?
shit as usual.
Uh-oh.
Y'all over here being bad.
We
It's a
villains.
normal day. This is just a
Y'all
normal
talking
day.
about
what do
these
you
sons
think?
of
We
you talking about the
villains.
sons of these YouTube daddies.
No, we're talking about these internet orphans running around here. That's what
Man, this shit's awful, man.
And
It's
it's stacked.
awful. I can't stand none of y'all.
They're internet orphans.
Instead of
Pets.
you ever heard of the show Sons of Anarchy? Well, instead of talking about them, we talking about the Sons of Godnocracy. That's what we talking about.
See?
You
Some
fucking
shit
got
that don't even. It's scared of some shit that don't even exist. Like they had to make up a word for it because they couldn't cope with what was happening. They have the highest unemployment rate, lowest
Talk your
college
shit.
rates, but fuck it, we don't want masculine women with degrees. Well, we had to step up and take place. The fuck?
throweth thine dick.
Talk your
away.
shit.
Hey, Sexy Red, tell these niggas what I told you a while ago when I was on one of your streams. I said, if you wanted to, and I know you're not like this, I'm not saying that you are going to do it, but, you know, I told her, I said, man, I told Sex, I said, if she wanted to, she could start a whole channel and tell these niggas nothing but sweet lies and, you know, all the shit that they want to hear, cam up, wear some little sexy little, little something, and, you know, she could take all these niggas' money.
As soon as they start saying stupid shit, I'ma lose it.
Like I told you, man, you could run a bag up on these niggas, but I know you're not like that. But I'm just saying, if you wanted to, you really could stick it to these niggas. You really could.
I do it.
Pets. Yeah.
Y'all is wild. I need to call Kane. It's his birthday.
Oh yeah.
I said call him like it's a phone. I need to call him.
I mean, what you do?
Call him. Check on his brother.
Oh, he's live right now. You can hit the link.
You go wait, Red. You gonna do a house call? You gonna go through after you get a house call?
Candygram.
No, niggas. Y'all the worst. I swear. Every time.
You.
At least we're consistent.
And by the way, let me say this, Sexy Red. You ain't shit for that Miss Piggy uploading the video. You ain't shit for that. You ain't shit.
Piggy,
That nigga called me a Muppet. That nigga called me a Muppet. I was like, I got your Muppet, nigga. I got that shit. I saw Miss Piggy. I was like, oh fuck, I am like Miss Piggy. I was like, she's
You ain't shit.
fabulous. She is. Nah, he tried to take the villain sphere. Like he kept saying, I'm a villain. I said, nah, this nigga is sneak soaking. He over here listening. So that's why I did the stream.
So
He thought the stream.
That's cool as
He
word.
tried to
Yeah.
turn it around and make it a stream about me being broke and he got money and black women don't like seeing black men with money. No, that was not the purpose of the stream. The purpose of the stream was, nigga, I saw what you was trying to do. You kept saying, I'm a villain. Nigga, that's already taken, nigga. I'm Harley Red over this motherfucker.
Harley Red.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, you know what? That'll be dope.
But you know, I'm glad you did that stream. That just confirms that someone was carrying bones, be watching my channel and go report back to
I
me.
know, and that's why I was like, I can't sit and let that. You know what I mean?
I
Like,
screenshot it.
I don't like I don't like when bigger content creators eat off smaller content creators and act like
They do it all the time, Red.
They do it all the
you-
time. No,
Yeah.
and that's why he got pissed because he didn't think anybody was gonna call him out. And probably, I don't think maybe I'm wrong, but I just thought that shit was dirty.
No. You was right. You was right because I can tell, and I saw his stream too, and I skywatched, and I saw what Auntie did because I'm laughing at what he did. I screenshot all that shit, and you know what's so funny? His boy that be skywatching us, right? That one that hit the link with my man Gino and Jay Shine. If y'all watch that Sunday Madden stream, that was kind of like a little payback. Because when we did the SKC, yeah, we lobotomized that nigga. But your boy, the bone carrier, I know he loves his master, but yeah, he be watching. But here's the thing, he will not hit that link with them other twos on the panel. I'm gonna tell you this because they got problems with him. But see, he don't want them problems either. Now he know that. And that's why he didn't trust my ass. You know why he didn't trust me? He said, that nigga got them niggas around the corner. You know, because he didn't trust my ass. Because he knew what he did. Because I know what he did. Because I ain't got no problem. I'm neutral. Like, that's your thing, nigga. I know my audience. but I knew you was carrying bones because I knew like that needle and what we was doing over here, because this is Rashawn's idea. Now I came up with the term villain. Now he had his own space called the Shinobi Sphere. And then he tried to make it as a running joke, call it the villain sphere. I said, "Oh, that's catchy, okay."
Right?
You know, like that's some bullshit, you know. And I was like, you know, who was bouncing around at the time, but Dre had an idea. He said he had an instant idea. He said, "Let's make this thing big." I said, "All right, Dre, like what you got?" Okay, and next thing you know, he showed me the Discord. I was like, "Okay, cool, all right." I had to create my own. I was like, "All right," and next thing you know, the thing just sprawled out.
Evil
And that was it. And it was it.
But you know what, Red, though? I mean,
what it was.
it's even the same thing. Like if you look at the music industry, right?
I had
Like
to
it's
call
even
my
the,
set. I had to call my set. Nigga.
it's even the same thing in the music industry. Like how many times have we heard of like bigger artists at the time who, let's say, they had a long career. They just like talked and sang about everything they could and ran out of ideas. And next thing you know, it's some like unnamed, you know, no name artist that nobody knows about yet, but they come out with a hit, you know, that's something that's original, that's new, and then next thing you know, they come and bite that shit and stamp their name on it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's the same shit with that too. So I mean, I'm not surprised, you know, when you run out of ideas, shit, you gotta go find somewhere for elsewhere, you know what I'm saying? So you know,
Mike Matrop.
KS, I think he goes through his comments and that's where he gets most of his material from.
All right, I agree with that. There's a lot. It's been going on for a long time. That's why I tell people there's a difference between content creators and conflict creators. Content creators, they're original. They do their own thing. They come with their own lingo. Again, it's organic. But these so-called conflict creators, they run out of ideas real fucking fast because it's not them. So they gotta go. And
I'm an innocent creator. So
shit.
But anyway.
Oh, what was that? Huh?
What
was that? What was that? Look at that. Look at that. It's about the camera. Look.
Yeah.
Look.
Let it slip.
Yes, you let it slip.
Yeah, let it slip.
Hey, Sexy Red, you just gave me an idea. You said you the Harley Red of this space. Okay, well if that's the case, then you know over on our channel, you know every year, every Halloween, we do the little Halloween stream where we dress up in costume shit. But then your ass need to be on our next Halloween stream. You know, next Halloween you need to come in with a dope ass bodysuit, Harley Quinn costume.
Why I gotta be a bodysuit? Can I?
Cause we need to see, you know, how sexy Harley Red is. You know, we need to see all them. You know,
Nah, she need to dress up as Evil Piggy.
Evil Piggy.
That would be fucking epic. Fuck yeah.
Oh my god, you ain't shit to this,
with your little pink booty.
Yeah.
Oh my god, leave my booty alone.
What? We see your
little curly tail.
So let me ask you something, Miss Piggy. When Kermit slaps that ass, does it leave like a handprint on it?
I wish Kermit would. I'd beat his ass.
Man, you ain't shit. But not for real. I'm dead ass serious though. Like, and then especially since you claim you part of Nummo now with my sis and shit. You know, slide through the next Halloween stream.
I love her. And
so you know. Mm-hmm.
The nun moon is being activated in God.
Y'all asking me too many questions. I need to go wish Kane a happy birthday. I just came up here to be innocent. I just came up here to be innocent and a child of God.
What God?
Yeah.
I have to do what you doing them.
Yes.
Doing them yoga.
You know what? I really gave you a compliment with that life coach shit, but I take that shit back now.
No, all I'm saying is,
so Sexy Red, when we go get some uploads.
Honest with yourself. We are.
I do need to do I haven't gotten dressed up in a while. I need to.
So Sexy Red, when we gonna get them uploads of you, you know, showing us some yoga poses and you know your little yoga gear on.
That's what I'm saying. I need to get to that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
you know, inquiring minds want to see those videos. So you trying to
see my pork chops? You trying to see my pork chops?
Captain, go on.
Maybe.
Cut.
Leave my hams hocks alone.
The hams hocks.
Yam hocks alone.
Miss Piggy, gotta leave my ham hocks.
Miss Piggy. Hey.
Get the cut. Get the cut.
Hey,
where's Kermit? Oh, Miss Piggy. Where's Kermit at?
Hey, this dude.
Piggy, Miss Piggy.
I was like, hey, and I was like, hey. Nigga, I was
Where's
gonna
Kermit
argue.
at?
Throw my voice. goddammit.
Miss Piggy, where's Kermit at?
I
Sleep.
divorced him.
How you go? It's just
What?
me.
No, you didn't.
It's the
Where's
fucking
Kermit? Hey, Piggy. Miss
I
Piggy.
divorced- Yeah, see, that's he's
Hey,
dumb.
Miss
He
Piggy,
sounds
how you doing,
dumb
Miss
as
Piggy?
hell.
How you
He
doing,
sounds
Miss
dumb like
Piggy?
that.
You gonna let me slap that fat ass, Miss Piggy?
Y'all need to work on these. Y'all need to work on that. I'll be back.
What?
I might not be back tonight, but I'll
Oh
be
yeah.
back.
All right.
All right. I love you
God.
guys. I love you
Much
guys.
love to you.
All right.
All
Peace, thanks, Red.
Y'all be good up here before I have to.
Good luck.
We'll try. We won't make any promises though. We can't make any promises. You know, we villains.
Ain't
I don't
me
even know
no
why I said that.
promise. Do you
Don't
understand
yeah.
me? Crystal.
You ain't shit. You ain't shit, sir. For that.
Sometimes I say dumb shit and it just
Yeah.
backfires.
So.
Hope that's in here.
It's all
All right,
good.
little nigga, get out of here.
That little midget.
I'm getting
Oh
up.
man. Oh, wait. So you the sheep that she be playing on the little video? That's you? Okay, I ain't know. You ain't shit.
That was her tied to the bed.
Oh my god, you ain't shit, dude. Oh man.
No, as soon as he plays the lamb, like when he gets into the truth, oh, when it pauses,
Yeah.
yeah, that he's hitting on something.
Yo, I laugh every time.
Yeah, when they
I try not to laugh. It is kind of
funny.
funny, but when he gets into that mode, he's like, "Uh-oh," and that thing start playing, and it's a rap. And next thing you know, he's going into his mode, and he's like, "You see?"
All I hear is a,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
Nah, he hits a nerve. When he hits a nerve, niggas be talking. Hey, truth gotta come out. Come on, nigga.
Yeah.
Come on.
Man.
Yeah, man.
Hey, tell you, man, when it comes to certain content creators, like your style and just how you set certain things off, you stand out. And you're gonna have admirers. They might have more subscribers, but we've always been talking about from day one, quality over quantity.
Yeah.
All day.
Damn right.
Usually where it is. And sometimes, like I said about, I'm glad she mentioned him. Like, well, I try to tell her, like, there's dudes be carrying bones for old boy. And what it is, like, when you see my recent streams from last year in the months, if you notice, it changed. In the beginning, it wasn't like that. I was just doing me. And when I saw Rashawn, we was like that for like months. And we was like cultivating content, trading ideas and things like that. But when Dre came, it was peaceful. People wanted to smother him, right?
Yeah.
But his boy, Cerulean, them niggas, nightmares from the Coliseum. They don't want that. They say, man, I can't stand this fucking nigga. And as soon as I use his word, I've heard the word dereliction before, but this has been used back in my people's time. They use that word. That's a loose word anyway. And then Dre said, he said, sir, they don't even like that word. I used it one time over at Kudos.
Yeah.
That chat room stopped and that panel stopped. And I don't know what stream that was he was talking about. I said, yeah, I figured what stream he's talking about. I said, damn, I think I did say that in conversation.
Yeah.
Niggas freezed up, man. They hate that. And then he told me something about BGS, and I think he told me, Kuda said, he said, well, BGS let me on discussion. And you know what, Dre pulled me to the side. He said, he can't hold a conversation. He said, BGS is a snob. I said, yeah, I already knew that. And we said that all fair. And I said, you know what? And I tried to tell Kuda, you're not his type. They're going to use you as a weapon. They said, go over here and be a good old Pookie. We can take all the bitches on one side. That's how they think. That's how boomers think. They don't care about millennials like that. They're arrogant like that. Especially it's a young boomer. Nah, he's too snobbish. I can tell how he talks. I'm not mad because I'm used to it. I'm like, this dude will get you in the trick back too, kind of like Tommy. You know, yeah, he has a little big fall himself. And every time they get on panels, like, nigga, don't fall for the shit. I try to tell the man, Imano, as soon as you talk about the gay stuff, he got you. He said, why are you stuck on it? And he kept screaming and yelling over at Arts. I said, dude, he got you. He got you, man. He got you. God damn, he got you. You didn't get him. You didn't get the nigga.
There's a question in chat, Siro.
Yeah. She said, a question for all y'all would say to the Arsons if he said he wanted to pay you for an interview. Psh, I ain't taking his money.
Nah.
You crazy, Nicer. You crazy. That no, he gotta hold that ass. You fucked up, man.
The devil on my left shoulder is like, nigga, you better take that money and roast his ass.
Some people say roast is that. I'll take the roasting part, but I'm just saying, like my man said, he said, "Hey, how can you have a small ass head and challenging niggas?" I was like, "Yeah, yeah, man." It's funny when Dre said that shit. I was like, "God damn, God damn."
Yo, y'all remember?
Hey, Ronan, I think you
Beetlejuice?
froze, bro. You froze up.
Oh, he froze.
That means it's good. I mean, the
Hey,
conversation.
it's funny. It's funny how he froze too with that smile, bro. Shit funny.
I know. No, it's funny when the conversation is good. It's hey, man. It is what it is.
Oh,
I'm not judging nobody. That happened to me once, several times. I've been on streams when I froze up, even on my stream. I had to come back in and out.
I'm gonna tell you the story. So, like, it was one weekend. It was probably like a couple months ago. So it was like a Saturday right before. It was like maybe like right before we go live. Like you know, we go live like around 5:15 Eastern Standard Time in the afternoon, right? And we always like hit, me and Brando and Topaz always hit the stream like 15 minutes early so we can discuss like how we want to run the show or whatnot, how we want to present the stuff. And we was back there and Topaz was cammed up before the show started. And she was saying something. We was like trolling, me and Brandon trolling her as no like usual. And then like her camera froze, and like the way it froze, like she had like this certain like I tell Topaz all the time, like, man, her facial expressions be killing me, like, cause she be having some funny facial expressions. And she did something to where like she had like this face like where like it looked like she like this facial expression where like she smelled something that smelled bad, and like that little facial expression people make when you smell something that smell like bad. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, we being Brandon told her, look, T, your shit froze, like, and so like before she dropped down or whatever, I told Brandon, I said, man, I'm gonna snap a picture of this shit and like use this shit. So I snapped a picture of it, and then I sent her like a meme with her with that facial expression on it when she froze, and like I put like some bullshit on there or whatever, like some little caption or whatever it did. She was like, so you just gonna troll me from a damn frozen picture that I had? I was like, man, I had to get you, man. That shit was too good. Like, I had to get you.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Yeah,
that's happened to me on my streams one time, and they heard me, and even if my mic messed up, I had to drop in and out. I said, damn, that happened. Even on Kuda streams, on every stream I've been on, I'm like, that's fucked up. And that's when the conversation is good. That means you got it, because and everybody else is talking. I said, that's fucked up. And this is when my internet was good. And sometimes my internet was bad when that shit froze up. I know how hard it is. I know the struggle. Man, that's it, man. But people forget. Yeah, that's when it's fun, man. But that shit with Kuda had a stream. I think he privated, and I think Gino threw a lot of cash apps. Not cash apps, but what does he call it? What's the ones with the colors on them? Super chats. And I think when he had the super chats, and when he did the super chats, I was like, okay, that's crazy. And when we was over here, Captain, we was trolling like shit. And then Leach got upset. She got upset. She's like, feelings fair. And that's when she wanted to act like she wanted to join. I said, bitch, you ain't joining. Like, you have problems with 3 people in this. Us, the captain, and third. Especially you blame me for the shit with that situation over there with the team. And I saw that string she was trying to roast Brandon. I was guilty for going over there and see what she was talking about. And she showed her hand over at Mace, Yeah, man.
Hey, real quick, I just want to say shout out, I spy with my little eye. I see a Cowboy fan in the chat, because that nigga been
hiding. But you missed it. Aries was looking for him. Aries was looking for him.
He been hiding for the last, I don't know, I guess 12 hours or whatever. But I just want to say this to you, Tyrone Church, and all the Cowboys Nation out there. I just want to say, Cowboys, come out and play. Oh, yeah, that's right. Y'all did come out and play. I got y'all ass whooped. So,
Yeah. But hey,
hey, look, you can say what you want about my Texans, but hey, y'all sitting at home on the couch with us, you know what I'm saying? So,
right.
Hey, y'all ain't no better than us. Just like y'all ain't no better than Warren G's Eagles, bro.
Yeah. You my Eagles, yeah. But you know, it's so funny. Aries came on the panel earlier in the stream. He was looking for Tyrone that bet, and he talked to Lil TP. He said, you know what Lil TP told about TC Killer? He said he don't pay his bets, and I said, that's between them two. That's another matter. But yeah, TC Killer, he was looking for you, man.
Hey, I'm gonna just say this to you, Tyrone Church, and I'm being serious. I'm not trolling when I say this. If Jerry Jones is smart, which he's more arrogant than he's smart, but if he was smart, he'd get rid of that fucking goofy ass head coach Mike McCarthy, because that nigga ain't worth shit. You know what I'm saying? Because you notice ever since he left Green Bay, Aaron Rodgers been killing it since he left Green Bay. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So if y'all was smart, get rid of fucking Mike McCarthy. He's a dumbass.
Yeah, he is. He's gonna be that team is gonna be like the Packers at best. Back in when they had him over at what's his name with Rodgers. That's what's gonna happen to Dak. If he ever gets one Super Bowl, he's gonna be like Rodgers at best.
Bro, it is him, bro. He's not, bro. I hope you don't think Mike McCarthy is a good. See, people think because he won that Super Bowl with Green Bay in 2010 that no, bro. Aaron Rodgers made him look good because ever since then he's been average at best. You know, with and that's with the loaded Cowboys team. Yeah, it's your offensive coordinator, but it's also him too. Like, come on, you know what I'm saying? Like,
coach is the main problem. It's not the coordinator. Yeah. Coordinator, I would say he'll be your second problem. Your main problem is the head coach and that owner. It's the owner, head coach, and the coordinator. That's three.
And look, I say this to you, bro. I was disappointed as fucking Dak in that press conference where the nigga said that it's the ref's fault. No, nigga, it wasn't the ref's fault. Why you didn't realize you had to hand the ball off to the damn referee before you could hike the ball in that situation. Like, nigga, you should have known better than that. And then,
you should have known. I saw the game, man.
Yeah, for him and Mike McCarthy to put it in talking about the fans was right, bro. That's some bullshit, bro. Dak lost some points with me for that shit. That's some bullshit.
Yeah, he does. That's bullshit. No, you take responsibility as a fucking leader of that team. Just like Jalen Hurts, and I applaud him what he said. He was inexperienced. Yeah, man, it happens. You get beat by a better team, the defending champs. I mean, Tom Brady's supposed to win that game. You know, what if the Eagles would have won the game, it wouldn't make no difference. They still would have got eliminated. You know what I mean? Because Tom and that team that he had loaded up, that was to make a statement. But they got rid of Belichick out. But two of his players, one's a coach, one's a player, is in the playoffs. Titans and Buccaneers. And you know who I'm talking about? Vrabel. He's the head coach of the Titans. Yeah.
Bro, I don't care what nobody say. Bill Belichick got exposed this weekend. He got exposed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And you know what it was? The Bills exposed him. It was payback from all the times they whooped their asses, and the Bills got their revenge. That's all it was.
No, it's that too, but also it's that Bill Belichick defense ain't as great as everybody thought it was. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you take his key players, they're great on his defense. That's why. That's why.
You know what that game reminded me of, bro? That game reminded me of, I forgot what year that was, but the year that the Seahawks jumped out there on Denver and stomped the Denver Broncos.
Yeah, I agree with that.
When Denver was hell, I even picked Denver. I even picked Denver that year to win the Super Bowl. But they got stomped by the Seahawks. But
yeah, it just goes.
What Seattle proved is they had a great, like if you had one of those Hall of Fame defenses, it could be the great offense. But last night it was the opposite in reverse. It was the great offense that the Bills had crushed, the so-called great defense, which we found out really wasn't great at all, of the Patriots. You know what I'm saying?
But the reason his defense was lackluster, he lost the key guys that was quitting or got rid of, and Belichick loves to do this. He doesn't give them full contracts, and that's
what he likes to do is, instead of actually paying players that's actually worth their position that's
that's what he does.
What he likes to do, he like to get rid of them like a year early, so that way he ain't got to pay them. You know what I'm saying? So
he gets new players and he builds them up. And here's the thing: his defense is good. The problem is his key guys that left, right? And Gronk and all those guys and Brady left. Yeah, that team was about to fall, but his defense left first, and then Brady and the other guys left. Yeah,
I heard some people today say like some stupid shit like, "Oh, it's not the defense. They don't have no offensive weapon. They don't have no receivers." And I'm like, yeah, that's partially true, but I'm like, what y'all?
No, this is defense. This is defense.
Look, I mean, it's that, but it's also like, here's the thing: you could have Hall of Fame. Like, let's say you got two Hall of Fame wide receivers on your team, right? If you don't have a fucking quarterback that can get it to him in the right spots, in the right time, and then it don't get, it doesn't matter how fucking Hall of Fame or how good they are. You know what I'm saying? Without a
Absolutely.
decent quarterback to get them, because you know the wide receiver position is dependent on the quarterback. So if you have a mediocre quarterback with some Hall of Fame receivers, it's gonna make your wide receivers look like some mediocre receivers, even though they're Hall of Fame. So, and let's be real, Bill Belichick doesn't trust fucking Mac Jones to throw the ball. Like, he barely lets him throw like what? He might let him throw like what 10, 12 times a game, bro. When you playing against a team like Buffalo, who put points up on the board real fast, bro, you got to throw the ball at least 20, 25 times a game. You ain't beating them throwing the ball 10 times a game.
And correct. And you're correct. And I'll tell you this. Belichick likes to run the ball. Like I try to tell you, he's a defensive coach. He's not an offensive coordinated coach. The difference with Brady, he had an offensive coach as a coordinator. That's why Tampa Bay is known for their defense, kind of like the Patriots. And Brady realized, yes, defense help you win and get you on the field.
But you still got to score points, though, bro. You got to put points.
Points matter. But here's the thing: no, defense give you the points because it keeps you on the field. And here's the thing: if the defense stay on the field, like we both agree with this, it does wear you down, and that's why Belichick got exposed. He can be worn down.
Like perfect example, what I mean, bro. Like after all these years, bro, like the Chicago Bears, right? The Bears always have like a top 5, top 10 defense, right? In
right. But their offense is terrible.
But because they don't have a fucking offense or a quarterback that's worth for them, that's why they can't win against the better teams. Because your defense can be, Hall of Fame, but if you can't put points on the board and all you're doing is kicking field goals, but the other team that you're playing against actually scoring touchdowns every time they get in the red zone area. Like, bro, you're not gonna win like that. You need somebody that can put points on the board and get in the end zone.
Even if you have a great offense, it goes both ways too. If the offense ain't good and if your running back ain't shit and your quarterback ain't shit, of course you ain't gonna score. That's common sense. And you gotta be well-rounded now. Back in the day, it mattered. And you had guys that intercept and hit guys and get touchdowns. Yeah, but 9 to 10, most defensive guys don't do that. They don't run like the running backs or these cornerbacks today, like these quarterbacks that can run. You know what I mean? Because you're right. Offense do sell tickets and win those games for you.
And look,
let's
look at both leagues. Let's look at NBA and NFL. The way
same thing, same concept.
Like the last 5 to 10 years, right? Both NBA, both basketball and football, right? They've been trending more offensively than they have defense.
Yeah, it's finesse.
It's more. It's more high scoring, high powered offenses and stuff like that. So if you don't have that, even if you have a great defense, if you don't have a high powered or at least a team that could, like, let's say if you don't have a team that could at least score at least 20 points. I'm talking strictly football now. I'm talking like football. If you can't at least score like 25 to 30 points per game, you're not going to beat these 40. You're not going to beat them teams that can put up them kind of numbers, bro, because they're going to shoot you out the game.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
In basketball, I would say like 50 to 100 something points or 90 points a game. Like offense is good, but the thing is, if you know how to deflect on defense finessefully, you can be successful. But you have to have an all-around team. Now, LeBron and Brady.
Like defenses in the NBA, if you could hold, like let's say, like for remember Golden State in their prime when they was on a championship run, the teams defensively that wasn't that good offensively, but let's say they could hold Golden State like on any given night, they could hold Golden State to like let's say like high 80s, low 90s, and somewhere in their scoring range, like they had a chance to beat them. But if you let Golden State score like 100 plus points per game, you're not beating them. You know what I'm saying?
And that's just like any team, like Golden State.
You know who used to be like that? Remember back in the mid 2000s? Remember the Memphis Grizzlies when they used to have Tony Allen and all of them? Remember them?
Oh I remember.
That's one team. See, the reason why they never could get ahead is because they really didn't have no offense, but their defense was so good that a lot of times they used to be in games with teams that they probably shouldn't have been. That was superior to them offensively, but because their defense was so good, they would hold teams. Like I remember there was some games I used to watch, right, with that Memphis Grizzlies team where they would hold.
Yeah, I watched some games too.
Yeah, where they would hold. Remember when the OKC had Russ and KD?
Oh yeah.
There was some nights they would hold. Yeah, there was some nights they would play against OKC and they'll hold OKC to like low 80s, low 90s at the end of the game. They either would win those games or they probably would lose barely like by a point or two. You know what I'm saying? They would be like they would be like right there to win the game. So that's how you gotta, like, if you're a good defensive team and offensively that's your weakness, you can't you got to be flawless on defense. Like
Yeah,
period. You know what I'm saying?
it's just like
So-
Memphis a long time ago. Before they was Memphis, they were Vancouver because they've always had defense. The problem with that team is they never was a traditional playoff team. Now they are in the same division with the Rockets, the Dallas Mavericks, and the Spurs, and Houston. And that's the problem because when you're competing with those teams in the Southwest Division, that's the second toughest out of the Western Conference. Northwest is the toughest because those fours run. Just like Doc Rivers said, they always hit the boards and they fast like fucking guards. Like fours that play like LeBron a little bit. They can play all 5 positions. They can hurt you on the boards every time. And they can play defense and offense. Now, the Pacific Division is trash, in me personally, and I'll tell you why. You have the weakest teams in the West. That's why the West can be a little easy. That's why Golden State has the easiest division of all time. It's always going to be Golden State, Lakers, Clippers, Sacramento. Sacramento used to be tough in the day. It was a playoff team a long time ago before they went to Sacramento in the 80s. They ain't won championships since when they were Rochester Royals. That's a long time ago. But the Phoenix Suns was always been a playoff team in their division, and that's it. Because out of Arizona. But if you look at the West, you see teams are well balanced. See, the West is all about being well balanced. East has always been about defense in the paint, no threes, and all that shit. That's Boston.
That's why I never could really
New York, you know.
That's why I can never really give LeBron that GOAT credit because let's keep it real. If you look at LeBron's career through him being through the Eastern Conference most of his career before he came out west, the only teams that really stood in his way was so the one year he got beat by Orlando. That was the year that the NBA was hyping up the Kobe versus LeBron in the finals that year, but Orlando ended up bouncing them out of the Eastern Conference finals or whatever when they had Dwight Howard, Jameer Nelson, and Turkoglu and all of them. Then you also had the Detroit Pistons. You had the Detroit Pistons with Billups and Hamilton and Ben Wallace and Tate.
One team that gave him hell is in the West. It's the Spurs. Knows every time.
Well, I'm just strictly talking like that time.
East?
I'm saying like
I give you Detroit.
You had Detroit. You had the big three in Boston, and you had Orlando that one year. They knocked them off to go to the finals against the Lakers. But let's be real. LeBron had a cakewalk through the East, bro. Except for the year that Detroit won, and except for the year that I would give up. It was like 3. Experience. Yeah, it was like 3 years where LeBron didn't go to the finals.
Championship run in 07.
It was like 3. It was like 3 years. The 3 years I'm talking about is the one that Orlando went to the finals.
Yeah,
the year that the Pistons went to the finals, and the year that the big three from Boston. But outside of that, LeBron had it easy, bro. Like, come on, bro. He played the fucking Raptors. Raptors was trash.
Yeah,
with fucking DeRozan and Kyle Lowry. Like, bro, like
that was niggas on the tail end.
Bro, I don't know if you remember this, but they asked DeMar DeRozan. They said, "Why you never beat LeBron?" In the playoff series, and the nigga basically admitted that he was like a stand on LeBron, he was like, man, I was in so much awe. So basically, he was like worshiping the nigga, and basically like being a stand on him instead of trying to take his fucking head off. So it's like that's why.
But here's the thing about him though. In the East, you gotta remember Boston was the standard in that conference. Like in that early 2000s, it was Detroit, it was Chicago a little bit, but see, Chicago was on the decline. So it was Detroit, Boston, and not the Knicks, but it was the Nets and the Raptors. Now the Raptors and the Nets kind of teetered a little bit. When Boston got that big three, that's what changed everything. But that 07 championship, that was before Boston. I'll tell you a secret. Shaq kind of blew it. I blame Miami. Miami lost that next year because they were defending champs. And the reason I say that Shaq is lazy, trifling ass gave LeBron that opening. See, LeBron was inexperienced. He said this too in an interview. He said he had no idea what the NBA Finals was. And then that's when the Spurs swept his ass. They knew how to play him.
Hey, I'm going to tell you a secret, man. I'm going to tell you a secret. If the Detroit Pistons that year, if they would have picked up or chose Carmelo Anthony with their second pick overall instead of Darko Milicic, they would have won at least like 2 more chips, bro. Because
I agree.
Because Melo came into the league scoring like 20 some points. Like I think he was averaging like what his first year.
Look at the college team he played on, the Syracuse Orangemen.
Yeah. Melo. I think Melo's first 2 years, I think he was averaging like what 22 per game or something like that.
22.
Yeah. So if you would have added his 22 points per game to that Detroit Pistons system and the way they play defense, bro, like really Melo would have been the main scorer on that team. Chauncey would have set up the plays and facilitated everything, and then you had Tayshaun who would guard the teams, the next best teams, like players and shit, and he played some great defense. And then you had Ben Wallace getting all the rebounds on the board, but they would have been hard to beat in the East. So the Detroit fucked up by not drafting Melo, bro.
Yeah, they did. That draft to me was trash. The good thing about that draft, it exposed a lot of those players didn't last long in the league in 03. LeBron and Wade, yes, they last longer than anybody. It's a handful. And then
because best believe if they would have drafted Melo, remember that year that everybody thought
my fault, Melo too.
Yeah, remember that year that they thought Detroit was going to run it back after the year that they won the chip and knocked the Lakers off, and then they think the very next year they ended up getting beat in the Eastern Conference Finals by Cleveland and LeBron, if I'm not mistaken.
That's in 07. Yeah.
Okay, bro. Ain't no way in hell LeBron and the Cavaliers would have knocked off Detroit that year had they had Melo on the team. If they would have added Melo's firepower to that team, ain't no way Cleveland would have beat them to go to the finals.
Right. That's very true, because here's the thing. Detroit was good, and you got to remember, Miami was good. See, you had Miami, you had Detroit, you had Cleveland, what they call them, Believeland, as a nickname, and then you had Boston.
Yeah, Believeland.
Yeah. Boston and those teams, I would say Boston, Cleveland, Detroit, in Miami, those were the best teams in those 2000s. You got to remember, because Chicago was down. They wasn't what they used to be. And then it was Washington. Washington was good when they had Gilbert Arenas, and people forget about that. Those were the East that you looked at back then when I was a teenager growing up. And then when I got in my 20s, it changed. It was Boston, it was Toronto, and it was also the Nets, what you would call Brooklyn Nets, and Cleveland. LeBron couldn't win because he was the reason they was at a float, and I'm glad he went to Miami. It was smart for him to win because he was trying to revitalize the Heat, and he knew Dwayne was the man. So when Shaq left, he went to Phoenix. That's a whole nother story. And you know how Phoenix got down as a playoff team, but LeBron saw this coming because he knew he was going to go. But if he would have stayed in Cleveland, he wouldn't have won no rings like that.
Most people don't remember this, but I do, because I was in high school and I used to watch the NBA like religiously every night during this time period. Yeah, but like during like the mid 2000s, or like I want to say like 05, 06, 07, like
I remember. Yeah. Go ahead with
time frame. Yeah. Like, to be honest with you, you know where Golden State got the way they run their offense is the only difference is they actually play defense, but where they got their running gun offense from, they got that. The first two teams I remember that in that mid 2000s era that implemented that style of play was the Phoenix Suns when they had Stoudemire and Steve Nash, when they had Mike D'Antoni coaching them, Sean Marion, all them, and then also the Denver Nuggets when they had Melo and
they had similar styles, but
J.R. Smith and them, like that.
The winning style. I'll give you an example. I'll give you one better. Steve Kerr used to play for the Bulls, right? He got it from the Bulls. He implemented when Mark Jackson left. What he did was he took the ideas of what Jordan taught him and the Spurs, Popovich. And I said this in the workplace too when I used to work. And I said, I remember those days too, because I'm old enough to remember those styles. When I saw the finals in 05 with Spurs, I was amazed. And then 03, that's what the Warriors played like to me in those later years with the Rams.
But you know what the difference is?
Shocked me, man.
You know the difference is between the Warriors and the Spurs. Like, yeah, they have identical, like especially on defense, they're very identical because, like you said, Kerr.
The offense is like Phoenix and Denver were reminding me of, and it's a mix between that and the Spurs. And what's so weird, Steve Kerr figured it out. That Spurs shit works, and he used
you know what the main difference is, because like I said, Steve Kerr came from under that Spurs system, after
the Spurs system, and then the Bulls system too with Michael, and then the winning championships. But I was looking at that, I was like, wow.
The difference between the two is that, see, the reason why a lot of people never liked the Spurs, especially when they was winning,
they're my favorite team. Yeah,
I know that because you told me that before. But the reason why a lot of people didn't like the Spurs is because the Spurs aren't they're not a flashy, fun team to watch because
Yeah.
all they really
They
do.
like the Celtics. They like the Celtics.
Yeah, all they do is fundamental. They play fundamental, traditional basketball. They don't play they don't play their playground shit. Their playground shit is like what other teams do, but they don't do this. So you're not gonna see like fancy behind the back passes from their point guards. You're not gonna see the shake and bake cross. So you're not gonna see none of that. You know what I'm saying? All what you're gonna see is X's and O's, great execution, great defense, great anticipation, and great transition basketball. But the thing with Golden State is they took that fundamental traditional foundation of how the Spurs play, but they just made it a little bit more flashier with the 3-point shooting from Clay.
That's all they did. They have a finesse style of offense with that defense, the deflections. They got that from the Spurs and the Bulls. And let me tell you something. Back in the day, most people didn't like the Bulls because they was a boring team like the Celtics. I'll tell you a lot of boring teams. I'll give you an example. When the Kings, before they were
Memphis Grizzlies during that the mid 2000s when they was another boring team to watch because they was mostly defense and barely scored any offense.
The days when they was Vancouver, that Canadian team, they was boring then, and as soon as they went to Memphis, they kept that same old style. But here's the thing: it goes back to the days in the 50s. You got to remember when the Kings were known as the Rochester Royals. They was a boring ass team. And as soon as they went to Sacramento, they got flashy a little bit. This is when Kenny Smith and them guys came later. That's one of my favorite teams. The list of teams that I like were boring teams. I can list you right now. Kings, Bulls, Spurs. There's several other teams. Detroit sometimes because they was a boring team. Like they had a period they were. You had a list of West teams I like. There's a lot of West teams that I kind of like that you wouldn't even like. And the Sonics was flashy, but they had a boring style too a little bit. All of them had their periods. Lakers were so fucking flashy that got on my damn nerves. Yeah,
I would say that the flashiest players back in the day when you had the bad boy pit, the flashiest players on that team was probably Zeke, Isaiah Thomas, and then you had Vinny Johnson, the microwave Johnson. Flashiest players on that team.
But the guys that was well-rounded on defense was Dennis Rodman. And what I loved about him was he stuck to it. But when he watched Demolition Man, like he told his story in the documentary, and the good thing about Ezel Torian too, this dude, when he went to the Spurs, that's when they was flashing when they had Rodman. They had a balance of boringness and flashes in the nights, and they fucked it up with him.
They didn't like him as a Spur because he was too, Dennis Rodman, he's a colorful, animated guy, off the field.
Very colorful.
They didn't like that shit. They liked the fact that he was, he's a very strong, he's very strong, aggressive, sturdy type of guy, but they don't like guys that, basically they don't like their players acting like celebrities. They like them acting more just like a player.
Here's the thing. The Spurs always been that way, kind of like the Celtics. That's the sad part about San Antonio. That's the culture.
They kind of like the Celtics of the South, except for I wouldn't.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah, I wouldn't say they on some racist shit because a lot of niggas have played for them, but like I said, they kind of old school with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's what I was saying. I'm saying that like the Bulls, Celtics, and the Spurs, and these guys, like these teams were boring to most people. And I'm not a Celtics fan, but I love the Bulls and the Spurs because their style was unique. Now the Bulls knew how to handle Rodman because they like that colorful, argumentative and all that type of shit. Now Rodman is a Taurus. Now he is a colorful person. That's innate personality in both of our personality. What I love about him was he showed his hand every time. And look, and I'll never forget this documentary. He said David Robinson was like the angel, and he said something like he was the devil. Now the devil did what the fuck he wanted to do. He told David Robinson, go fuck yourself. I ain't going to no fucking church because there's a lot of hypocrites. He told it like what it was. Dennis didn't shy away from that. See, he played with the Pistons. He learned that from Lambeer and them, and that's why the Bulls was a good fit. He went back to the same fucking division, his rivals team, right? And won 3 championships. That's genius. See, the Spurs fucked that up. They could have had rings and used them right, kind of like the Bulls, and they scratched their heads and said, God damn, we fucked up. And that's why the Spurs is regretting that.
From what I was heard and told, the only people that Dennis would listen to, when he was, on the run with the Bulls when they was winning championships was Mike, and they would listen. He would listen to Mike. He would listen to Chuck. Remember when they used to have Chuck Daly before they?
That's fact.
before Phil, and then also I think he listened to Oakley, but them was on, and the reason why he listened to them guys because all those guys, you know, not only they tough guys, but they guys that they're gonna put in the work. They're not gonna half-ass shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He respected,
you know,
Charles Oakley. He respected Mike, and they told him how.
And Chuck Daly too.
Like that. Yeah, Chuck Daly. He loved Chuck Daly. Chuck Daly was like a father to him, and I think we mentioned this. On my stream with Wolf.
Truth be told, he didn't fuck with. I mean, he respected him because they had to play, but he didn't fuck with. Robin didn't fuck with Pippen like he thought Pippen was a bitch. Like I'm just being honest.
Yeah, that's true. He didn't fuck with him. He still now. Here's the thing. He respected him after they win the championship, but outside of that, he don't fuck with him for real. For real, he always throw Mike on the bus. He throws shots at him on the.
I'm saying Robin. I mean, we know Mike and Pippen had a back and forth, but I'm saying Robin don't fuck with Pippen like that because he always felt like Pippen.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying Robin. No, he throws shots on interviews about Pippen. He don't give a fuck about him, but they respect each other when they on the thing. And the good thing is, it's petty shots, like jokes, like what we see in the roast up here, what we just did hours ago, like 2 hours ago. That's how they were. Mike respects Dennis, and he's proud of him because he's a Hall of Famer. But you know what's so funny? They're fixed signs. One's Aquarius, one's a Taurus, and they get along. That's genius. And like Mike found a way to understand Dennis's game, and he said, "We're gonna use this. We're gonna use this nigga. We're gonna win this championship." And that was genius. That's why people hate Mike so much because he got Dennis. He got a guy that can stop Mike's
the number one reason why Dennis respects Mike because Dennis remember Dennis used to be on those teams. They used to be whipping Mike's ass on the pitch.
Yeah, he
used to be. When I say whipping his runs. When I say whipping his ass, I'm not just talking points. So I'm talking about like they literally used to be beating Michael up, clotheslining this motherfucker. Down, all that shit. You know, the one thing that he said about Mike, he said Mike never complained. He never bitched about it. He said Mike would just, in the off season, he would just practice. He would hit the weights. You know, remember Mike started hitting the weights real heavy.
Right. I remember that 91.
Because he was just a little bony nigga, and he was like, man, if I'm gonna keep playing against, because he knew at some point he was gonna have to play against Detroit, and he knew that was gonna be physical with him. So he said, if I'm gonna keep playing them at this rate, my body not gonna be able to withstand all these, physical beatings that they give me. So he started hitting the weights and shit, started buffing up and shit, and then of course working on his game. And when Dennis seen him the next time, he was like, damn, okay, like you didn't step your shit up. And so he was like, that's why I always respected Mike, because he like when I used to play against him on the Pistons, he never cried, never bitch. He just would just, get up and, come back harder. You know what I'm saying? So, who remembers, and it was the most bitch shit I ever seen. Who remembers when fucking Scotty, what game was that? I think it was in the playoffs. Didn't he quit? Because like,
a migraine shit.
I'm like, nigga, you a bitch for that, bro.
You a bitch for that. This is why I can't stand Scottie Pippen. He's so fucking overrated. And I agree with Skip Bayless. He's always been trash.
To me, LeBron is just a modern day, like, better version than Scotty. That's it. That's all.
That's all he is. He's a better version of Scotty. A little bit. I can't say Larry Bird, but he has that Wilt Chamberlain strength because of those two rings and the dominance and the scoring. And he's a mix of Magic. If you put them together, you got Wilt, Magic, and Scotty. That's LeBron James. And LeBron, he's probably the best or greatest small forwards of all time. Now, I can't say he's the GOAT. He's the GOAT of this era. Now, all-time GOAT, you got to give it to Mike because Mike made the 90s paramount. And the reason being, the media, man, they worship that man, because you better not say nothing about
bro. You know what pissed me off though about the media, and I get it. The they LeBron bias and heavy, bias.
Right. That fan base in the media,
because they the ones that called him the fucking chosen one since he was a little kid. So I get it, but my thing is like niggas act like, or I guess not niggas, but the media act like Michael's era came in, and then they skip over Kobe's era and go straight to LeBron. I'm like, bro, whoa, wait a minute. I'm like, Kobe had a whole era before LeBron even came into the mix, and then you also had at one point you had the Iverson era, even though he never won it. You had T-Mac.
You had Kevin Garnett. Kevin Garnett was a part of the era with Bryant. That era of '96, that draft, that was all the eras. Kobe was the man. Yeah.
You had T-Mac, who had his run. Vince.
Saying
like, come on, bro. Like we got to just skip these guys just to go straight to LeBron. Like, come on, bro. Shaq,
Oh,
like, I mean,
and Ray Allen, Shaq,
Yeah.
all them. But see,
You know
Shaq was
what
in
I'm saying?
'92. That's the difference.
Then what's crazy is even doing all of that, even doing the Shaq Kobe era, the T-Mac Iverson era, you even had the Spurs era. You had the
Spurs.
Spurs.
It
You know what
started
I'm
in
saying?
'90. Yeah, with David
Like
Robinson.
the Spurs got a pattern. They never won back to backs, but they would win one year, lose the next year, win the next year. Like that was their pattern. They win 1 year.
Yeah.
You know, so you know they either would win every other year or like every 3 years is what.
But if
when
you
they would win.
notice, Olajuwon and Robinson were rivals in the '90s. But the respect level, him and Mike. What I've noticed about those three teams, I like Houston.
Yeah,
the Rockets, the Spurs, and the Bulls were my teams. Now the Rockets were flashy to me. The difference was I love Olajuwon. That's the only reason why I like them winning 2 championships in the West. I can tolerate Houston.
I wish if I can go back in time and history and change, bro. I wish we could have seen a '90s Bulls versus Rockets final.
Yeah, I wouldn't have picked a winner. You know why? Because I love both of them teams, man.
Yeah.
Like they had Clyde Drexler. Like I
even
love
Mike
their jerseys too.
Even Mike and Phil admitted they was like, look, you know. Yeah, we had Mike. Yeah, we had Robin and Pippen, but that was like, man, like there was like even like I said, Mike and Phil admitted this out of their own mouth. They said we wouldn't have had an answer for Olajuwon, and then not to mention you still got Clyde Drexler to deal with, and then you still got Sam Cassell. You got Kenny Smith. You leave Kenny open, he gonna bust your ass with them threes. You know what I'm saying? So you know, and then even Mike admitted this too. He said out of all the players that he's ever played against in his career, like as far as like players actually defending one-on-one, he said the player that he felt like played the best defense on him every time they played head up was what's his name from the Rockets back then? Is it Vernon Maxwell?
Yeah, Vernon Maxwell.
Yeah, he said Vernon. Yeah, he was like
Vernon Maxwell, and he said Joe Dumars. Joe Dumars was tough.
Yeah, he was like
him Muggsy too.
He was saying he was like Joe Dumars and Vernon Maxwell. He said with them I actually had to earn
on the bottom, but it was Joe Dumars, it was Vernon Maxwell, it was several other players.
Said, I remember an interview I seen with Mike. He said every time he played against Vernon Maxwell and Joe Dumars, he said I actually had to earn my points with them. I couldn't just just be lackadaisical and lollygag with them. He said they made me earn every single point that I got on them because he said they would play like physical defense with them and shit. So But yeah, also how could I forget? You also had so that 90 that Rockets team that won back to back. I think it was 90. Was it 94, 95? I think 94, 95.
Yeah.
You had Olajuwon, you had Sam Cassell, Kenny Smith, Clyde Drexler, Mario Elie. I don't know if you remember Mario Elie. Remember him?
Yeah, I remember Mario Elie. I remember him. Sam Cassell, it's a lot of guys, man. Like Houston had a nice roster, but that year with Drexler, that was different. Then they had Otis Sturt the first year he won the championship.
Man, I'm not gonna lie, I hated that year when we got Charles Barkley because I felt like he didn't fit what we was.
I'll tell you why y'all got Charles. Charles was chasing the ring, but the thing was in a trade. It's not the same as LeBron.
Also, you remember when Scottie Pippen came to the Rockets too?
That killed it for him. I didn't like that shit with Scottie and the Rockets. But see, I blame Scottie for going there, and he blamed it on Charles. No, nigga, you just wasn't shit. Charles was fine. They didn't need no Scottie Pippen. And I like the Rockets. Don't get me wrong. I had a lot of West teams I like. All the Texas teams I like in basketball is the Rockets was my favorite. It was my Spurs, but Spurs is my all-time favorite because I like that standard. Houston was flashy to me. I love Houston, but Dallas is the reason I like Dallas. They had great teams in the 80s. In the 90s, I remember Robert Pack, but that's what it was. All three rival teams, they were fun to watch on TV.
You got to understand with San Antonio, the Spurs is the only professional team that they have, so that's why they go so hard for the Spurs. But they don't have a baseball team. They don't have a football team. So
that's the only thing.
All they got is the Spurs. So they Spurs like anything that's like anything in San Antonio. Let's say even just remotely outside of San Antonio, like the suburbs of San Antonio, like they die hard Spurs fans. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's why I always like they old colors with the teal, the pink, and the
I like that shit.
I love that shit too. And I like their silver and black, kind of like the Raiders, because I like the Raiders in the AFC along with their rivals Denver. But I'm a big Eagles fan. That's my problem. I always love the Eagles because I don't care about the Raiders losing or the Broncos not making it.
I got three things. Since I know you're a Spurs fan, I know you remember it. Okay, do you remember, like I said, back during their mid 2005 to 2006 era?
Yeah, I remember.
When the Phoenix Suns used to be a top regular season team every year, but they couldn't do shit in the playoffs because they didn't play no defense. But do you remember that one time I think they played? I can't remember if it was a regular season game or if it was a playoff game. But remember they played against Phoenix, the Spurs. I remember Phoenix was beating their ass most of the game because they kept like scoring early, and then the Spurs made a run, came back. And remember, I think there was a play where where the shot clock was running down, and they just passed it, and Duncan was at the top of the key at the 3-point line, and they gave it, and they just passed it to him at the last minute. He just I don't even think he like shot it like his regular form. He just jacked it up there, and like he somehow I think banked it off the glass. Remember that play?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that shit was great. I'm like, damn. Actually, I thought he was gonna miss it, but he banked that shit off the glass from the top of the key. I'm like, damn, bro. And I think that was the shot that sealed the game. Because I think they lost that game. The Suns did. So yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So the Spurs has always been my favorite West team. Yeah.
Bro, I know niggas want to put LeBron over Kobe and over Jordan, but to me, I don't even think LeBron's better than Duncan, bro. That's just my opinion. I take Duncan.
He's not better than Duncan, but the thing is, I know he's the top leading scorer because he loves a stat pad. But me and my dad said this all the time. Recently, a couple of days ago, he said he ain't gonna pass Kareem's record. He's 36,000 right now, but that's going to take him. And I told this to Dre. He's going to have to score more than 38,000 now to beat Kareem's record and keep it 39,000. If he wants a stat pad, he needs 40,000 to shut people up. But that's not going to happen because LeBron is the type of player. He's going to falter. I just know his type. It's going to be a freak accident when he has another injury. You can't do that forever. Because at this point, he can retire right now and be happy, because he's up there with the greats. But he'll be forgettable in 30 years because people are going to forget who is LeBron. LeBron was the guy that stat padded and got his rings a certain way, and he kind of changed the culture of basketball. He kind of ruined the finesse-ness. Well, actually, it became finesse, and it became what it is, and that's why the NBA is what it is right now. You got to blame Adam Silver, him, and David Stern, 3 guys, and they did it. They did it, man. Like, that's the whole concept. But yeah, fellas, I mean, it is what it is.
Damn, bro. I guess I got one playoff pick in the NFL wrong. The fucking Rams trashed the fucking Cardinals.
I'm not surprised. That's yeah. Oh, I was gonna watch it on Yahoo Sports. Oh shit. Let me see.
Yeah, I think don't get me wrong. I like Kyler Murray, and but
he's inexperienced. It's just like the Eagles. It's just like the Eagles and the Buccaneers. Think about it.
I like I think years to come. I think Kyler Murray will definitely be up there. I think he's definitely one of the top young quarterbacks in the league. But I think he still got him and that team still got some maturing to do. So
yeah, they're young.
They'll be all right.
The Titans in Cincinnati. Yeah, Tennessee should beat Cincinnati. Cincinnati's trash.
But you know what though? I'm picking the Titans, but hey, man, look, say what you want, but Joe Burrow's the truth though, bro. And they can put up some numbers, bro. They can put up.
Yeah, they're good, but I don't trust Cincinnati.
Also,
one of them
I like that. I'm not a Cincinnati fan, but I like that duo tandem of Burrow and Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase is a beast.
But back in the 80s, my dad, I'm glad he brought this up in conversation. He said Cincinnati was good in the 80s. Yeah, I remember when they was good in the 80s. I remember highlights and they showed, Cincinnati was cold back in the day. Today, they I remember Ocho Cinco. People want to go back. No, go back to the 80s when they were good. When they were decent.
Hey, I bet you one thing. I bet you right now the Cowboys fans probably wish they had Joe Burrow as a quarterback.
They fucked up. That's on them. Yeah. Oh, this Saturday, Green Bay and San Francisco. That's gonna be
Hey, look, bro. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. I picked Green Bay as one of my Super Bowl teams, but man, I wouldn't be surprised if San Fran went up there and upset them in Lambeau. I wouldn't be surprised. So that's gonna be a good game.
I'm not gonna be surprised. Yes, Garoppolo. Yeah, I believe it. And then in the winner of that game got to play against the Buccaneers and the Rams. See, the Rams is not gonna beat the Buccaneers. That's the funny part.
Yeah, Brady got their number.
Yeah, it's the defense and his offense. See, his defense.
Now they did. I will say this: earlier this season in the regular season, the Rams did blow out the Buccaneers. But the Buccaneers always different. They always start out in the regular season slow, and then towards the playoffs they always heat up. So
you know where that comes from? That comes from Tom Brady. Before the Buccaneers, they wasn't like that. See, that's that Belichick part. I mean, that's that Parcells and / Belichick doctrine. He studied that shit. They do that on purpose. You know that, right?
Didn't
What,
Bruce Arians come up under Parcells, if I'm not mistaken?
yeah, all of them. Lawrence Taylor, all of them. They learned that. And you know, LeBron James, as a basketball player, he studied all sports. He did that on purpose as a player too. If you notice how he coasts to finals, he figured it out, man. He be watching. And that's why I always use Brady and LeBron as references, modern day heroes. Like we talked about it. Ain't right, Captain, about heroes, right? That's what these fans buy into. But if you notice, they can be villains too if they want to. Yep. It's weird, ain't it? We just talked about this. Like these athletes don't give a fuck. They want that paycheck, man. They got other business ventures. And then third is right, yeah, because the fans are delusional. But the real supporters know they're villains. They understand it. They don't give a fuck. They leave any team and they restructure. It's business, you know. And same with Belichick. He's not even mad why he lost. Belichick can come back and beat these teams and get better quarterbacks like Brady. But the difference is he's going to have to accept the ones that run and throw as well. Like what's his name? The guy from the Lamar Jackson from the Ravens. He got to accept that type of style of quarterback in the future because they don't want the boring Tom Brady types. See, Tom Brady can't run, but he can throw. But his thing, Tom Brady's got good receivers, good running game. He can do it all. But you know what's so funny? He needs a great defense to keep him on the field and off the field for protection. You know, and that's how the Buccaneers is. I try to tell you, the Buccaneers reminds me of the Patriots in that division. It's too easy. He played it safe. I said this last Sunday with Wolf. We was talking about this. I was watching the games, man. I was acting a fool, and that was a good stream. And I saw I don't know if I saw the replay. If I did see the replay, that'd be awesome. It'd be awesome as hell, man. Like, yeah, man. I mean, I knew he was gonna do a stream like this because I saw you popped up on my laptop, right? And I was saying happy birthday to Kane, man, because Kane be over there be jamming, boy. Like, that's what I love about his channel, man. He's unique. And shouts out to the bro, man. He's a good dude.
Happy birthday, Kane. Happy birthday, man.
Yeah, Dre
we about to turn this shit off.
Dre had to
discuss.
Yeah, the Dre had to dip off of Kane's panel, so he must have do something. But I saw Leach. Somebody timed out Leach.
Woo-hoo!
Long live the Taurus, she said.
That's what she did.
She got tied up by Indian RE. Damn, India Aura. God damn.
Oh, she got. Ooh, I like that.
India Aura. Damn, we're gonna have to talk.
Mm-hmm.
They don't
but
like
thanks y'all for tuning in.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure y'all enjoyed the roast. God damn, but
yeah, we had fun, man. I enjoyed this shit, bruh. Yeah,
but let this be a lesson to everybody that was watching. Don't be like this nigga. Don't be like this nigga paying a stack to interview an internet nigga. All right. So, with that being said, this is the Villain Spirit Captain, Only the Ghost, Vice Captain Sir Gray Skull, and
Gray Skull,
the Warlord, Third Ward Colombian, saying,
"Oh hell, Gray Skull! Do you understand me, Gray Skull?"
Peace.
Peace. We out.